and welcome to episode whatever the hell it is of Regiment on the Run. Probably episode 12.
I think it's 12,
13?
yeah. 12,
Okay.
I think.
We'll say it's 12. Maybe one of them was like, 10.5 or something. Who cares? Point is that we are once again back here with a wonderful session for you all. And by session, I mean slap together nonsense, as usual. So, let us go and begin. Last time we left off, Terry, Ert, and Zann were having a lovely, absolutely lovely time at a wonderful magic bar. It was called the Wizard's Watering Hole, and Terry got up to some stuff there, and Ert got very drunk and then locked inside of a crystal, and then got begrudgingly released when the party was departing.
Ert remembers none of this. He is just massively hungover.
So, you guys exit the Wizard's Watering Hole when you are instructed to, and you come back out into Mutin Laman's tomb. And almost immediately, you are confronted by York, Pep, Zara, and Fern, who have been searching absolutely everywhere for you.
Terry still, we got to keep some of those mugs because they just keep scratching runes everywhere.
Yes, they are following you in a swarm.
No, Terry's got one in his hand because he's drinking from it.
Okay.
Terry is brave.
So, Zann, I have to know, do you say any words of comfort to your CRT?
No, I just tell them, oh my gosh, I just found the coolest place in the world. We're all working there as soon as we're done with this group. We're all gonna work there forever. I can punch people every day for free. No, I get paid for it. It's amazing. And then they have nice beds. They have real food, really good real food.
And you look over at the squad, and they're all like tattered because they've been doing nothing but going through a mummy trap tomb for the last 3 days.
Oh, hell yeah. Got some words for you. They have done nothing but search Mutin Laman's tomb because it was the last place that you guys were seen.
Terry looks very confused and then goes, oh, right, checking clipboard. Ah, shoot, that message just sent off.
Farron gets a little notification on her clipboard and says, it all went through.
It was just a message that was saying it's like, they're safe, just head back to the camp and we'll meet up with you.
Did you get our message?
Farron holds up the clipboard and says, the send mark says that it was sent 3 days ago, and the receive mark says that it was received now.
Terry, I had completely forgotten to resend that message when I had the private communications box. I apologize. Sips drink.
Ert tries to grab at the tablet to see what's going on with it, but he misses.
York looks down at Ert and then places a massive hand on Ert's head and says, you need rest. And he picks up Ert in his hands like a fucking baby.
Oh, that was a giant mistake. That was just a giant mistake.
Why, does Ert immediately vomit on him?
Ert immediately vomits on him.
York would punt him across the room.
York immediately punts Ert across the room.
Insert here a visual of Terry laughing so hard he has to put the little sign down or else he'll drop it.
And then Toad goes up to York and offers him a novelty Wizard's Watering Hole little napkin.
There's a prestidigitation rune for that, Toad.
Toad goes, oh, sorry. He puts away the napkin, casts prestidigitation. York still takes the napkin.
So now that we've met, now what?
Well, you guys need to meet back up with the troop because there's a lot that you miss.
Terry, I assume so. We'll head back there now with all of you so that we're not split up anymore.
Farron, meanwhile, just completely forgetting her, panic, desperation, and outrage, she is now absolutely taken with one of these little mugs and insists that it's her child.
Terry, you can have one. Just be warned, They have Earth's influence, so they tend to try and scratch runes on whatever they can.
All of them have
Fascinating.
all of them have runes or Earth's
The
influence?
ones they gave us were the ones that got screwed up by Earth.
Yep.
Dang it. Well, Zann was gonna have one, but
Terry looks to Zann and goes, I want to try and teach them swear words in different languages.
I mean, I will not stop you with this.
That is exactly what everyone is going to do.
All right, so I'm going to have you enter into the scene in the upper right in just one moment. And let us not forget your wonderful beer mugs who are following you in a swarm.
Ping us up there.
In 1 moment. I accidentally made Toad a monster.
He deserves it. He is a monster.
But he's our monster.
So, Toad coming back, Lord of the Beer Mugs. He is directing the beer mugs around in order to carve intricate runes in the path that you are making back to camp. Which, by the way, you arrive back in camp, and despite it being in the middle of a desert, there is grass. There is no explanation provided.
Well, yeah, that's what the runes are for.
Terry's just gonna look around and go, huh.
Are the walls still up and everything?
Yes, they are.
Like, are there signs of battle?
There are indeed many signs of battle, and one of the biggest signs of battle is down at the bottom of the camp. You can see that there's a medical tent that has been set up, or a medical area.
Terry's just gonna ask the CRT squad, do they know who was in charge while they were gone?
York puts on a rather serious frown and says, he assigned some of the, more sensible-looking troopers to look after things, but, there was Kathleen.
Terry just nods and goes, okay.
That's not a terrible choice.
I know her quite well. That was actually a pretty decent choice.
And between Bubbles and Lunk Thunk, they had half a brain.
I mean, Zann just says, as long as Bubbles wasn't the one in charge, I feel moderately okay about everything.
Meanwhile, there are heavy thumping footsteps. It's finally happening. The world is ending. Everyone else just gets out of the way as Lunk Thunk grabs up in a massive hug and says, "There you are! Hello!"
Vomits again. Lunk Thunk doesn't seem to notice.
Correct.
Oh my goodness. Zann just watches the spectacle. He can't smile because he has a beak, but he's smiling. You can't tell he's smiling.
Oh boy.
It's nice to know that someone cares about Ert, because it will never be me.
So here's the real question. Is Catechus having a giant spit roast of one of the creatures?
Oh, hell yes.
Which one? Does anyone remember what the tastiest creature we killed was?
None of them were particularly tasty looking, but scorpion can taste decently like
Lobster.
Yeah, so arachnids will taste very similar to crustacean.
I believe there was also a giant lizard.
Barbecued scorpion in real life is actually a fairly common and tasty dish outside of the United States.
Well, this world is the United States, so there. I don't know.
Fuck you! God damn it! Oh boy. Just one moment here. I'll set up some. No, Shoggy, you don't have to draw it for me.
What are we drawing?
Shoggy appears to be trying to draw.
I'm drawing a giant claw. Is there a better word for a claw that you're eating?
Not really.
A claw that you're eating?
When you get the lobster, they have all the meat stuffed in the claw.
You call it a claw, yeah.
Yeah. I was drawing a claw. Oh, there you go. He's toasty.
Yeah, he's toasty.
Oh wow.
And the best part is, you guys have been eating real food for the last 3 days.
Yes, you have.
And you come back, and it's just Catechus trying to char roast a scorpion.
Yep.
And he's probably doing pretty good now that he has, the
Real
chance
spices.
to actually cook.
Hey, where's our kobold?
Yes, your kobold minion, the ones that you intimidated into following you from the big clash. Hold on, I'll get him on the scene in just a mo.
How many did we get? Just one, right?
Looks like you just got one, yeah.
There we go. Just put it with all the other Pokemans.
Yes, right next to Terry's heart and soul. Okay, there. I put it right next to Kathleen.
Terry's heart and soul, just his childhood best friend.
No, I mean, like, you keep all your Pokemon right next to your heart.
Gold?
Well, all your terrible secrets that you have instead of a heart.
I was making a dumb joke because you said heart, so I said gold.
Fuck you, God, shut up! Shut up! Anywho,
Zann's over here just playing, whispering about Soul Silver in the corner.
God, Gold and Silver were good.
so, all you guys in the upper right, you are just arriving back. Longthunk is still hugging Urt, who is still explosively vomiting. Longthunk, again, does not care at all. None of the soldiers comment on this. However, they do comment on the fact that Terry and Zann are actually back, and the CRT are actually back. And several of them comment that because the CRT was gone for so long, they had nobody to help them when an actual army of kobolds tried to raid them.
Like, Zann, I feel like this is something you need to address as de facto commander.
Zan walks up to yes, he calls for Sethlin, and where is I'm trying to look on the map.
Where's Catechus?
Catechus is down by the scorpion.
He's at the bottom. Okay.
We're in the top left, and they're like the middle left.
Zan would be debriefing both Kethlin and Catechus, and to a lesser degree Belladon, right? About things that happened, see what the casualties were. If I'm recalling correctly, our guys didn't suffer too many casualties, right?
Yeah, they did not.
So Zan would just be like, y'all actually did a lot better than I expected. Good job. He'd be way too forward about the fact that he really expected them to do a whole lot worse. But you know what? You didn't. So well done.
Kethlin just gives Zann a look.
What? I'm, being positive. Being
Bubbles
nice.
is rocking back and forth. We spent 2 days digging graves.
Zan just ignores Bubbles. Straight up. Just doesn't even care.
And then they didn't even use them. They just put them all in the slime.
Meanwhile, Wasty has grown much larger as a result.
Yeah, Wasty is getting ready to harvest.
But in any case, so Kethlin and Belladon and Ian Lortek and all those folks, even Catechus Temple, when he can be pried away from the Scorpion, they give you a report on everything that has happened, and at least Catechus, Ian, and Belladon seem flattered by not too many people got hurt. You did better than I thought you would. But Kethlin is not having it, possibly because Kethlin is not a soldier, and Kethlin has not had to deal with Urt.
Yeah, Terry's gonna first start off by asking Kethlin if she's okay.
He says that she's fine for the most part. Well, there is something that probably needs your attention. After all this went down, we got word from the patrol that some medics were going to come in and attend to some of the troops, and the medics are here, and apparently they want to talk to you, and the medics informed Kethlin of you guys coming back before the CRT actually arrived, and so she's not pleased about that either.
Okay then.
Oh boy. But yeah, probably better that you go and talk to them and see what the hell's going on.
Yeah. Well, Terry lets Kethlin know that he's proud of her for doing actually an amazing job with what she had here, and he will go talk to the medics.
Kethlin gestures to Terry and says, "You owe me."
There's gonna be a very, very noticeable sigh, and just going, yeah, I know.
All right. So, down here we have the medical triage area, and in it you can see an unfamiliar person wearing a mask going around and tending to people. And you also see Ellie, that agent from the patrol that you remember meeting before.
Is the cat here?
The cat is not here, and you shudder a sigh of relief. However,
Urt likes the cat.
yes. The cat may return one day, but not today. I'm saving it for special occasions.
Zann, are you going to come down here too?
Yes, I was zoomed in and looking at the masked person, and my screen is actually responding really slowly, so I'm having a hard time navigating.
Ugh.
Yeah, where's...
Don't worry, I can post
Move
some
it.
art of the masked person. He is an NPC that I've used in a couple of other games. I will go ahead and post it in Player Playground. Just a moment.
No worries. I finally got my character to move. It looks like a collie from League of Legends, but an elf. That's the vibe I'm getting here.
Look, man, he originally looked almost like a Sonic OC. This is an upgrade.
Anyway, so you find Ellie and this man. They're apparently tending to your soldiers. Ellie seems to be making do with a lot of traditional medicine. A couple of painkiller drugs, bandages, sets in splints and whatnot. And then the other guy seems to be going around giving advice and occasionally putting his hand on people, but you don't see anything immediately happen. Even so, he looks very tired. He looks like he's been here for a long time, and he looks like he's trying to get this over as quick as possible.
Okay. Talk to Ellie first?
The second Terry tries to talk, Lung Trunk stomps in and demands they fix Ert. Ert has
It's
been
just-
poisoned. He's dying.
Terry he's hung over. There's nothing wrong with him.
Well, he's a dwarf that's hungover, so there might be something wrong with him. Because dwarfs shouldn't be getting hungover like that. Am I wrong? Yeah?
I mean,
Elliot looks over to Zann and says, "Yes, but most dwarves don't exclusively drink the summoned alcohol that they produce with rune magic."
Fair.
that's a good point. Ert has been drinking 3-2 beer.
Oh, boy. In any case, so Ellie looks over to Terry and Zann and says, "You're here, good. There's some stuff that we need to discuss about your campaign progress." And everyone gets a very mild headache at that, but she waves a hand and says, "I mean the military campaign. Never, shut up."
I'm just gonna ignore all that and focus on the military campaign part.
Ellie gives a nod and gestures to the soldiers currently in recovery. So we got most of your soldiers up on their feet, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to finish everything that we would have liked to. Because unfortunately something big has come up. Because someone is a giant asshole. Whatever. Point is,
Zann looks at Ert and then realizes that we weren't talking about Ert, so Zann looks away immediately, awkwardly.
No, we might have been talking about Ert.
Ellie gives a sigh, looks at Ert and says, "Someone apparently leaked the secret of how magic can be restored using crystals and whatnot
Zann
to
looks
a
at Ert
whole bunch
again.
of high-level spellcasters. Who could have guessed?"
Terry just looks to Ert as well.
Ellie just slumps a bit, her ears
If
sag
it makes
and
you feel
everything.
any better, the said person was trapped in a crystal for a couple of hours.
Days.
Days, a couple of days.
Like Ert only got like a 10th of the bar
right,
experience.
days. I lost track of time in there. It was fun.
And Ellie gives a nod and says, "That does actually make me feel better, but unfortunately it doesn't make your situation better."
Go on.
Let me guess.
So-
It means that we'll now be a target because we have all of that technology.
Not in one! Because, see, the thing is, the tomb that you just came out of, that belonged to Mutin Laman, I believe.
Yes.
So, that tomb was only one of many, because an ancient civilization once existed in this desert that used magic for everything. And its highest, leaders and whatnot all found ways to cheat death by turning themselves into magic-fueled undead creatures that live within these great towers and ziggurats and temples and pyramids and what the fuck ever scattered all throughout the desert. And guess what? All of them have just heard the dinner bell!
Zann ponders this a little, he has hand to a beak, like kind of to a chin, except he doesn't have a chin. So he just strokes his beak a little bit. And he just kind of questions out loud, saying, "Now, do these mummies, do they serve or do they rule?"
They rule.
Shaggy, please tell me you got that reference.
Their leader. Well, yes. Well, I get the reference, etc. I want to ask: is their leader gluten ramen?
Gluten ramen.
You know what? Yes, now it is gluten ramen.
Gluten ramen. Second in command, fruitin ramen.
Oh boy.
Any other puns? Come on, Becky, give me one.
I'm at a loss, man.
Dang. We'll have to add to the list later.
Tootin Starman.
Gluten shaman.
Teuton's con man.
So, okay, more or less the Tomb Kings are awake.
Yes.
The giant mummies have, I assume, woken up because we woke up that first mummy, and then immediately got on Magic Facebook.
Exactly.
No, they go on Magic Quora, and they go, how to restore spell slots. And for some reason, the subject is trending.
Ellie actually holds up something that looks like a cell phone, which includes a selfie that was apparently taken at the wizard's watering hole with Urt, and someone has posted the caption, "This guy says he can restore my spell slots using crystals." It appears to be on some kind of program called Gnome Chat.
It cuts to the next picture, and there's the crystal through his hand.
Yep, exactly. And Ellie says, so, word has been spreading, and apparently all these old fucks with nothing better to do have been waking up, checking all their social media, and deciding that the best thing that they can do is come straight for that. And she points directly to Lunk Thunk.
It's just a goblin. Why do you want the... Oh, wait, no, sorry, my bad.
And Ellie leans her head back and sighs and says, and to make it worse, the patrol is going to be tasked with dealing with a lot of outbreaks and whatnot, especially because, by the law of the land, the undead rulers of this place are actually the rightful owners of this place and can impose their own private laws, so long as they do not overlap with human ethics. However, I do want to point out that if you say you guys getting raided would be a violation of human ethics, hey, what do you think Urt's been doing in order to gather all that soul energy? You do not have the high ground here.
Urt is just bleary and left is like, humans don't have ethics.
Terry, I'm gonna ignore that.
Point is that
Elves
all of
do.
the undead are making their way towards here, and the best routes that you would want to take out of here are complete no-goes for one reason or another. We've got an oasis roughly to the north that a lot of people pass through when they're trying to cross the desert, and unfortunately that's going to end up making a lot of people very inconvenienced when the undead arrive there. And then there's also going straight east in order to find a trading post where a whole bunch of people have set up a permanent camp. But if you try and go that direction, then we're going to have to defend the camp from you.
Is it an undead camp?
No, but all of the undead that live in the area are going to be converging on your position and trying to take the crystal, and they are not going to care about collateral damage.
So, Zann turns to Urt and asks, if we turn that crystal up high enough, doesn't it just like suck undead souls out?
Urt is, just like up to level 2.
So we could kill all their little goons pretty easy. We just have to deal with the big boys, right?
I mean, it's not like they have a bunch of high-level spellcasters, right?
Ellie scowls and says, each one of the Tomb Kings is a high-level spellcaster. And because she pulls up her phone again and swipes to the right, and there's another post on Gnome Chat saying, this guy says that crystals can suck the souls out of the undead.
Did you just swipe right on Fruit and Common?
I did.
Well, I mean, everyone has their tastes, I guess.
So, point of this is that all the people who you most want to avoid here and now are on their way here, and they're going to be using the most known routes. But I do have one thing that you could use in order to possibly avoid some of this problem.
What would that be?
There is a route to the northeast that will take you roughly where you want to go, but it is an unpeopled route as of late. There is some sort of unknown threat that has been harassing travelers, making wagons disappear and sometimes even killing people, but we're not sure how and we're not sure why.
Can we cut to the map for a second as we continue this?
Oh, sure. Heck. I'll just roll 20 for some fucking reason.
And that's our session for today. Thank you very much,
Yep,
everyone.
no-
Have a great day. We'll see you next
Roll
time.
credits. Okay, so is this where we are?
Yep, this is where you are.
So we're talking northeast is either N12 or N14 in this case, hey?
Yeah, you're probably going to go to N12 as a result of this. So, this is
Did
the
we
route
travel
that Ellie...
anywhere while we were underground?
Say
A
again?
little bit.
Okay, I'm just making sure that we included some underground travel here. Otherwise, we just went in a big circle.
Yeah. So, you guys went from here to here underground.
Yeah, we didn't actually traverse the desert. We were underground.
Ah, someone else drew the line.
Yes, it was me.
See, that was my confusion. I didn't draw the line.
You didn't know that other people knew how to draw lines. That's common,
That's Ert's
common
job.
mistake. Common mistake. His one job, line drawer.
Okay, so we are getting the fuck out of this desert.
We are indeed getting the fuck out of this desert. So this is probably going to be the last desert session. But Ellie does have a warning about all this, which is that the threat there is kind of unknown. It's been on the patrol's radar, but because it's been so localized, people have just been navigating around it. It's a lot like the Cobalt issue.
Continue.
Okay.
Hello. You're writing here, B. Oh boy.
It's a Q. It's not an R.
No, please continue.
So, Ellie does have one last piece of information for you on this topic. There are some folks who have tried to explore this area before, and it hasn't gone super well for them, and Ellie actually has a personal request. There's a man out there with a bounty on his head, and it's not for anything serious, but she would appreciate it if you were to capture him so that he could be brought in alive.
Has to be alive?
She would appreciate it if he were alive, because the fees that he has to pay are on the order of 200 gold. That's not enough to warrant a death sentence.
Okay, we'll try.
So he's just really wanted for like minor tax evasion.
Exactly. Ellie sighs and says, he's a mercenary who works for hire. He doesn't work with the patrol because he prefers not to be restrained, and he can sometimes get himself into trouble. There are rumors that there's something strange about him, and he disappeared when he was trying to investigate the area. We don't know why, we don't know how, but it's rumored that he has some powers that work even during the Magipocalypse. So I guess be careful about that.
Alrighty.
Okay, we will be on the lookout for a guy.
It's true. And so, Ellie looks to all of you one more time and says, now with that, I really have to go and deal with all this political stuff. If all of this goes well, we should be able to keep all the undead off your trail until after you're out of the desert and thus out of their jurisdiction. At which point, they'll start bombarding us with a whole bunch of formal requests for you, and oh, I'm going to have a really busy week.
I'd feel bad for you, but you're the one that chose to get into politics, so.
She nods and says, you're completely justified in having that stance. But on the plus side, I do get to watch whatever the hell happens to you. She gestures upwards, and you see what looks like an owl flapping around above you.
Yeah, you've been watching us for quite a while now. We tracked that all the way back at when I sent the dog when Ert sent the dog into outer space.
Ellie nods and says, it's a good thing that you know about it, because it means that you're not going to try and kill it.
What, am I a cannibal? Jeez.
Birds of prey are known to prey on other birds.
Of prey.
In any case...
Okay, this is getting awkward.
Terry just... Terry just,
Our awkward counter this episode is way off the charts. It's
Terry
great.
just kind of looks distantly at that, though, and it's just like, I've seen a pelican swallow a duck whole.
Well, this is also ignoring the fact that Zann has literally eaten birds in this campaign multiple times.
Oh, boy. In any case, Ellie and the odd doctor-ish person consult briefly, and Ellie says that she really does need to get moving. Chris here is going to stick around and make sure that the recoveries are as smooth as possible. There are only 5 remaining wounded that he couldn't tend to in time. Don't worry, their injuries aren't too severe. They'll be able to follow you.
Well, all right then.
Ert's like, okay, yeah, but what happened to my crystal?
You mean the crystal that you were trying to stab people with in the tavern?
Look, all I know is that I put my personal crystal stuff back into Katie, and we're not as high as we used to be.
Ellie shrugs and says, "That's between you and the storyteller."
You're the
You
one
want to know
that
who?
you're the one that gave your crystal away in the tavern, or that's the one you're
That really doesn't sound like me.
Ellie looks to Terry and Zann and says, "Cover your ears, please."
Zann doesn't have ears, but he'll cover his ear
There's his
hole.
head holes.
The holes in the side of his head, yeah.
Does
Terry
cover
covers
his
his
ears?
ears. Yes.
Okay. Ellie begins describing in detail what she witnessed from the previous session and all of the terrible decisions that Ert's player made. Ert suddenly gets a massive migraine. He is back to being even more hungover than he was before.
No con save?
No con save whatsoever. However, I will allow Ert to make an intelligence save. Low is better.
Low is better, huh?
Yes.
It's got to be low enough that you don't actually understand what Ellie's
Trying
saying.
not to think about it. 14. Ert is thinking way too much about this.
Yes, and it is making you nauseous again. Ellie really does have to go. She needs to handle a whole bunch of political stuff. Ert, try not to fall inside of Wasty. Ellie scoots away alongside your doctor. Meanwhile, the wounded are just like, do we still have to wear these blankets?
Nah, y'all can take it off. It's fine.
I'm not sure why they kept putting us in blankets when we were in the middle of a desert.
They were blankets of healing. Blankets of +1 patheticness.
They do make people see you in a more pathetic light. In any case, so are you ready to travel down the path and see what awaits you?
I prefer traveling up the path myself.
Yeah, it's more of an up direction. As we all know, north is up.
Yeah, north is up, south is down.
It's true.
East is right, west is left.
Oh boy.
So let's go up and right.
Yeah, you could say we're traveling upright right now.
All right. Then
Except for Ert, he's decidedly horizontal.
We are the worst.
Okay. Our next map. The CRT, due to all their trap springing shenanigans, are going to be sitting back and recovering for a little bit, so they will not be joining you on this.
No worries.
So here's the question: who paid them for all that?
I paid them. I
Okay.
gave them some of the money we made in the tavern.
Then they're like, "Okay, cool. Can we have directions to the tavern so we can spend it?"
Zann would totally give them directions to the tavern.
Okay, and then it's canonical. The entire CRT is taking a break in the goddamn tavern.
Which means we don't have them for whatever's coming up. At all.
Indeed.
At all.
Now, here's the question. You guys are traveling towards this odd, space of terrain. Are there any precautions that you take? Anyone that you take with you? And Ert, do you actually drink water?
I mean, he's summoning low-proof beer.
Same thing, basically.
Same thing. It's elf beer. It might as well be water.
Yeah, they definitely hydrate the exact same way. Beer and water definitely hydrate the
It's
same way.
not just elf beer though, it's summoned elf beer. So this is like those real life like child alcohols
You know what it is?
that have like a 0.5 alcohol content in some European countries.
Erd has no idea what alcohol is, just what beer is. He has a non-alcoholic beer urn, and he has no idea.
It's literally root beer.
Yeah, it's like I was told this is a new type of beer. It's from Roots.
Oh boy. So, any precautions that you guys are going to take? Anyone that you specifically want to bring with you, i.e., Lung Thunk?
I don't think we want to bring Lung Thunk on a scouting.
No. So are we here as a scouting force, or are we bringing the whole army through?
That is up to you.
Well, the
So-
whole army is going this direction. But
Yes.
we
So without the CRT, we are scouting. So let's bring Belladonna up here.
yeah,
Okay.
I'd say both Belladon and myself would be out in front and scouting out, while
Okay.
Ert and Terry and Toad stand back and keep an eye.
So Zann is up flying, right?
Yes, with my beautiful, beautiful wings. I'll be like forward a bit. Maybe that's too far. Like right here.
Okay. And Belladon is keeping an eye out as well. And you do indeed spot something. There is a large stone structure in the middle of this pathway, and there appears to be someone crouched in the entryway to what looks like a cavern or a temple or some shit. It's really weird.
Okay.
Can I tell what type of creature it is?
Zann can pretty easily tell with his passive perception. It is, in fact, a dragonborn. And he is armored up, and he is looking very tired and haggard. And he does match the description of the guy that you were supposed to find.
Oh, I didn't realize we had the species. Cool. So Zann will, with his earring of message that's connected to Terry and Ert, he will say, "Hey, I found the tax evasion guy. Do I just grab him?"
No,
Urge is like, get him.
but that is suspiciously easy.
I mean, true. Do you want me to just get him now, or do we want to group up on him, or should I just go in and talk to him for a bit?
Maybe we could try talking?
We are here to contact you about your car's your tax status.
God.
All right, Zann will point out roughly where the guy is. So it's kind of hard to miss a giant stone structure in the middle of the desert.
And the guy is like actively squinting, looking around. With how late you guys got back, it is starting to become sunset already.
Okay.
Plus, the army probably prefers to travel at night in the desert anyway.
For the record,
It's
Urt's
really
only
cold.
experience with Dragonborn is Bubbles.
I thought Bubbles was a kobold.
Who knows? Bubbles is a short dragonborn or a tall kobold.
Well, the fact that actually the fact that she's lived for more than a couple weeks means that she's not a kobold, right? I don't remember.
Damn it!
What's the age of kobolds?
I'd have to look that up.
Their lifespan is measured based on how amusing they are.
So that's why
Yes.
Bubbles is still alive.
Exactly.
Got it.
The universe enjoys her suffering.
It's true.
As do we all.
So, the guy is looking around, and considering that Ert is not particularly stealthy, he appears to have noticed you, and he's making frantic go away gestures.
Zann will fly over the dragonboard, trying to not be seen since he's looking at Ert. He's not looking up. So I'll kind of go in like a leftward arc around, like kind of hook
You'll
around,
fly with the sun at your back.
like over this direction on the left.
All right.
And
Wait, that's Ert moving.
oh, I'm pulling Ert instead of Zann. My bad. I'm just
Ert
like
flies.
I'm really Ert flies through the air, distracts him on the left, and Zann hits him on the right. Classic misdirection. No,
boy.
I'll fly to the left and high, and then over top, kind of just like land not on him, but like kind of perch above him without trying to not be seen. Do I have to roll a stealth check for that on the landing?
I will have you roll a stealth, but I will have you roll it with advantage.
Advantage. Oh boy, lucky me. I got a +8 to these guys, so better be good. 27.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You are completely unnoticed, and the man
Alright.
appears to be frantically gesturing and says, "Get out of here! Get out! It's dangerous!"
Terry just going, yes, we know. That's why we came here before the rest of the party.
Urt announces that he's resisting arrest. Get him, Toad.
Toad, do not follow Ert's orders.
Okay. Toad is already measurably more intelligent after eating Mutant Lamen.
He's resisting arrest. Get him, Belladon.
Belladon is just like, weren't we supposed to capture him alive?
Yeah, do it.
Belladon makes her way over towards the
Terry,
stony outcrop. And the
Terry
man
just-
is like frantically waving. It's like, no, it's almost sunset.
Terry just like, Belladon, you're taking orders from Ert. Do you really think that's a good idea?
Belladon raises a finger, lowers a finger, and says, well, now I feel stupid.
Zann, using his earring of message, kind of whispers to Terry to figure out why the man wants us to get away or
Yeah,
to
that was
leave,
the
or what's
next thing.
dangerous. And then Zann gets ready to jump on the man whenever Terry gives the word, or if the man does anything particularly violent or untoward or tries to run away.
Yeah, so Terry's just gonna go, we skip the whole he-she game and just tell me exactly what is dangerous that's coming at sunset.
There are monsters that come out at sunset and they prey on the people who come around here. Oh, God, you
Why
really
have-
need to leave
Just, why are you still here?
because I've been stuck. I've been trying to get out of here and I can't. He looks incredibly tired, actually.
And just, then you can join us.
Or yeah, we got the deal for you, buddy.
Like, look, we have to make it through here somehow anyways. So at this point, you're either stuck here or you can come with us and potentially not be stuck anymore.
You don't understand. Tonight's a full moon.
And just Terry thinking, it's just
Being a
like,
werewolf?
all right, if you're gonna mention anything about lycanthropy, just don't.
The man puts his head in his hands and is just like, it's almost moonrise and we're running out of time and you need to get out of here right now.
Does it look like a werewolf dragonborn?
You may go ahead and roll me a nature or an insight.
I'll do an insight check to see if he's more worried about himself transforming, or if he's telling the truth about things. Just kind of get a general vibe check on this guy. Oh, I rolled with advantage. I'm sorry. Take that first roll. Take the 15. Not the,
Okay,
my
15.
bad. 15.
If you had to guess, you'd say he's worried about a lycanthropy thing. Like, it's not hard to put that together.
Yeah.
And something occurs to you. Lycanthropes usually have some sort of posse or, similarly blooded creatures.
Is that what's in the cave? Hmm.
And just Terry. Terry already mentioned the lycanthropy thing, and he keeps talking about the moon. So Terry's just gonna be like, all right, what is it?
What it is, we don't know exactly what it is because we can't spot it. We don't see it.
Let's see.
Oh,
Terry's thinking a lycanthropy
lantern.
thing, but you can't actually see it. Is there something I can roll for this?
Terry, you may go ahead and roll me an Arcana.
I'll do that while everyone does their thing.
Ert, you had something?
The lantern of sea invisibility.
Oh yeah, you do have that, don't you?
All right.
I can mass produce those shits.
All right, Terry. Here's the thing. Lycanthropes do not possess the ability to turn invisible. However, lycanthropes can be excessively sneaky. They have very good senses, and so they can sneak up on you and ambush you. The lantern would not help.
Like I like to imagine we're all talking about this in front of him.
Zann, while we're listening to all of this, Zann is curious, and he takes out a handful of silver coins out of his pouch. He's above this man, this dragonborn, and he's just gonna drop them on his head and then like hide afterward. He's gonna drop them and then
See if you
lean
can get
back
it down his collar.
and drop them on the person to see if his skin burns at all, if he reacts in any way other than "ow, my head got hit by some coins."
Okay, Zann, go ahead and roll me an attack roll.
An attack roll. Do I get advantage since I'm stealth and it's a sneak attack?
Yes, you do get advantage with sneak attack.
Wonderful. I'm just gonna make it the unarmed one. I'm not actually going for damage here, but I don't know how to make it not have damage, so I'm just gonna roll it.
No worries.
I got a nat 20.
26.
A nat 20 for 28. No, that's advantage. It's advantage.
Ah.
Okay,
Those
so
silver coins go straight down his shirt.
and he immediately starts, oh god, fuck, why? And like you can see like smoke rising from his back, and he like shudders backwards into the cave, and he falls down, is clearly in pain.
Ert's like, good job, Zann. Get him, guys.
Zann drops down and literally pins him, like tries to pin him with a keep him in place. I just go for the
Yeah.
tackle.
Dan, go ahead and roll me a perception check as you're going down. And go ahead and roll me a perception check as well.
Terry sighs.
Hey, I figured out he was a werewolf. I'm chilling, man. I'm not killing him. I'm just trying to catch him. 22 perception.
Is way too hungover for this shit.
Okay, so Zann, you back off at the last moment. I just want to specify that all these tokens are in fact inside the cave.
Roger.
So
Were
Ert,
lizards?
Great.
we're raptors. They're velociraptors.
Of course they are. What else would they be?
Okay, so the guy is thumping back inside the cave as his posse comes to protect him. Zann, you notice how many targets there are. You can reconsider. Ert cannot.
Since I see Ert going in and not reconsidering, I'm the tank, and so I'll stand in front of Ert and hold him there, and just be in front of him and be block for him. I'm gonna try to block for Ert right now.
Okay.
Okay, I have a suggestion, Zann.
What's up?
Immediately blame Ert.
I mean, sure.
Ert, that was not okay throwing a silver coin into him via magic.
I don't think Zann is thinking about that right now. I could roll an intelligence check to see if you'd think that.
Why don't you?
Sure.
Yeah, go
let's
ahead.
do it. Let's do it. Intelligent. Saving throw or check? I don't know how to do just a check.
Just a
saving
saving
throw.
throw.
Okay. I have 10 intelligence, so
Ha!
Zann does not think about that. Zann is just like, okay, raptors, Ert's about to get eaten. Okay, cover Ert.
Okay, Zann, go ahead and roll me an acrobatics or an athletics.
Do acrobatic. Bingo. 27.
All right, Zann manages to interpose himself between Ert, so Ert does not get grabbed by a whole bunch of raptors from ambush. Zann, however, finds himself in the middle of a whole bunch of these creatures. They are brandishing weapons, but they are not attacking yet. Arnold,
Quicksand.
meanwhile, is on the ground rolling around trying to get the coin out of his armor.
Quicksand, roll intimidate. Spread your wings and make yourself look very large.
I mean, I have my sword out, and my claws are also, my talons are getting ready to.
And you're holding your bow in your mouth just because.
I like to think. Well, how tall is the cave, by the way? How much room do I have in here?
The cave is about 8 feet high.
8 feet. Well, that's plenty of space. So yeah, I'll go full wingspan.
Sorry, 8 feet or 8 meters?
8 feet.
Yeah, you're going to be touching the roof, Zann.
I'm not going to be flying. I'm just going full wingspan. I'm with
Yeah.
my wings. I'm like 6
Like
foot.
your
6 foot
wings
6
will
or
touch the
something.
roof.
Yeah, it's chill.
Yeah.
So I go full wingspan.
Roll me an intimidate as Terry probably, laments all the ways that this could have gone.
Well,
Yeah.
Zann is just trying to keep Ert from being dead right now. So Terry can come in and try to smooth things over if he wants. I get a -1 to intimidation, so this is going to go really well. I got a 12. That's not bad. Not bad.
Terry just looks to Belladon real quick and goes, "You're range, right?"
Belladon nods and she says, I have been practicing with bow.
Okay. Stay back here with Toad.
I shot it twice and I hit one of those shots. It's great.
God damn it. Anyway, Zann, you do some intimidation. They look like they're not particularly scared, but they are wary, and they're all ready for a fight, but they're not initiating a fight.
And this is where Terry comes in.
Ert looks at Terry's like, hey, Cobalt.
Terry just stares at them for a minute, looks to Ert, and just, those are not kobolds.
I'm pretty sure they're Cobalt.
We're not kobolds, you fuck, says your captive from the ground.
Oh, do I have him?
You're pretty much on top of him.
Great. My
Yes.
longsword is to his throat as part of the intimidation, saying, "You guys attack me, I cut his head off."
Terry just says, "There will be no need for that."
I'm just making it. I'm just letting them know it's an option.
It's a tax evasion rap.
I'm acting
He's
just
wanted
like
for tax evasion.
I am acting just like the IRS act when they are going after somebody who owes like $50. Okay, this is perfectly reasonable in every way.
So Zann is holding this standoff. Your captive does not seem impressed by the blade at all. The sun is disappearing over the horizon. And so, Terry, what do you say?
Terry just goes, would it be better if we come in the morning?
Arnold sighs and says, probably not. We're probably all going to get stuck here together.
Well, you're a were creature. Why should we be afraid of not you here?
Because what kind of thing do you think can keep a were creature pinned?
I mean, we've killed multiple giant scorpions. We've killed giant
no,
animals
no.
of various kinds.
1
A
second, Sam.
tortoise. Sorry,
A silver coin.
that too. You literally have my spare change in your armor, and you can't do anything. So
This man, Arnold, invites you to go fuck yourself.
Can I have my silver back?
Terry just going, look, one, we're here to, use air quotes, collect because of apparently you owe 200 gold. Two, we have to make it across this patch of desert. We do not have any other option. We can wait a night, but then we need to come back.
Nerd's like, and 3, we got an army.
That's the reason why we need to come through this specific patch of desert.
Because we got an army.
if you'd be more specific as to the types of monsters or beasts we are encountering, that would be very helpful. We've killed plenty, and we're not terribly concerned about our ability to kill more.
And he ate them.
They taste pretty good, actually.
He's weird.
Arnold once again informs you that they haven't actually seen what this creature is, and he kept trying to warn you so that you wouldn't run into it. And
I get it.
Don't lycanthropes have dark vision?
they do.
Then how have you not seen them?
They don't know.
Harry
You're-
sits there and thinks and goes, wait a minute. Isn't it a 50-50 shot on whether or not you still stay, like, use air quotes, normal when full moon hits?
Sane, I think that's the word you were looking for.
Arnold says, "Not if I think that I'm in danger." And you notice that that his flesh is starting to strain against his armor.
Nerd's like, hey, you got to take your armor off before you do that or you'll ruin it.
Yeah, I know. But unfortunately, there's someone standing on my fucking chest!
It's okay. I'll get your boots. Zann, get off him. We got to protect the armor.
Then kicks him a little bit as he gets off.
No, he steps on his
Terry
face and he gets off.
I've been standing on his face.
Terry sighs. It goes, look, we're desperate to just get through this desert without getting attacked, and we are here on a favor of 2 different missions for Asshole Patrol. You need to pay them 200 gold. We need to get across this thing and investigate whatever's in the land. Please help!
Urt just looks up and is like, didn't we get like 1,300 gold for... His eyes just blank for a second. Stuff.
Yes, but he's the one who owes the 200 gold. Anyways, please help.
Arnold, meanwhile, has transformed.
Urt is holding his armor. He's like, do you want it back?
Of course.
Arnold just like looks to you.
Oh, did you actually roll for Arnold while we were doing all this and he stayed sane?
Yeah. He did actually.
Good.
Actually.
He did actually stay sane. It was a private roll.
Terry just stares and goes, okay, great. Can you write like this?
Arnold holds up a bunch of like 6-inch claws.
Urt is just over this. He's like, oh, come here. And he just goes and he starts carving a message rune onto one of the claws. This would go a lot faster if you held still.
Arnold glares at you, but he allows it to happen, and then he presses his claw into the wall and he says, "You'd better get inside."
All right, we'll come inside.
Can we
Just
bring our human?
Belladon, come on in.
bringing Belladon and Toad along with.
Okay.
We could use Toad as a test to see if it's safe outside.
We are not risking Toad.
Well, like,
yeah, we should
can't-
use the human. There's a lot more of those.
We are not risking Belladon.
So isn't Toad, isn't it really easy for Toads to recover from taking what would normally be mortal damage for us?
But do you really want to risk Toad being eaten whole? We don't know how big this creature is.
I mean, I'd rather risk one of these raptor fucks, but
Erd is very curious what would happen if Toad was eaten whole.
I mean,
We are not letting Toad get eaten.
he's probably the fungus that's poisonous, honestly. So
I mean, now Erd is curious about carving runes of explosive runes into Toad.
No.
who here has dark
Terry is
vision?
refusing because Toad was gifted to him by a by who he assumes is a hag at this
You
point.
can just say because he's sane and moral.
No, Terry knows about changelings and hags having one of his best friends be one. The fact that this was a gift from one means you don't let it die.
I do want to point out that it wasn't really a hag. It was more of like one of the intelligent mushrooms saying, "Yeah, hey, can you look after a spore child so that they can see the world?"
It was a myconid, yeah.
Yeah.
But
A
didn't
Necroid.
Lakimo also give us
Yeah,
her blessing to let us take Toad? Like, she didn't stop us.
I mean,
They
that's
were
what Terry
made-
thinks. The rest of us thinks Terry is reading way too much into this.
Look, Terry was raised in a society that was nothing but elves and fairies. He doesn't take chances and risks
World
like
is a
that.
society.
So anyway, Ert starts handing out Moldorth runes and says, "Okay, cool. Now going to the surface. Come on, guys. We're going back to camp."
No, we're not going back to camp because the giant were creature, sorry, I don't know what the other half of your animal is,
Kobold.
told us to stay in the cave.
Arnold
Well, yeah,
writes,
then Moldorth the cave to the camp. We'll still be in the cave.
We're not doing that.
Arnold says that he is in fact a were-raptor.
That's nice.
Terry, I have no idea what a raptor is.
They are very fast lizard creatures.
Ert pats him. It's a bird.
It's a type, yeah. Raptors are birds of prey. You don't look like you have feathers.
Oh, they do sorta. They look like
if you're
leaves,
gonna
but they're
pull
feathers.
some sort of, we're related to birds and birds are related to us thing, I'm not gonna buy it. I don't see any feathers. That's a whole conspiracy theory.
Arnold does not dignify this with a response.
I knew it. You're not really velociraptors because if you were, you'd have feathers.
And be the size of chickens. So this would be a good point for an interruption.
And at this point, you hear an incredible roar from outside. It sounds like several different animals all roaring at once.
Ert has no idea about that.
Zann doesn't have dark vision. So
Can we roll?
Yeah, I want to.
Yes, you may go ahead and roll me a nature at disadvantage.
Okay.
Zann, how dark is it outside right now? Is it like pitch black, or is it still there's still sunlight?
Damn,
out?
and that one. Terry has no fucking clue.
It is not too dark outside at present. Remember, it's a disadvantage.
Zann will poke his head out and try to see.
Ert gets a 10 and announces it's definitely not a cow.
Okay. And Zach, do you want to roll nature as well?
I mean, I can. I was gonna. Zann wants to look outside and see if he can see the creatures, but I'll do a nature if I'm not allowed to look outside.
You can look outside. It's just that one is going to happen and then the other.
I got a 12.
Okay, Zann, it occurs to you that this is probably something disguising its voice in some way. Interesting.
So it's not a real. It doesn't sound like a real creature to me.
It doesn't seem like it's any of the creatures whose roar you might decode. It appears to be doing some bullshit in order to mislead you.
Are you going to mention that?
Zann walks out of the cave, flies up into the air, and looks around. He doesn't say
Yeah.
anything to anyone. He just goes outside.
Then roll me a perception.
Okay. And I'm like 60 feet in the air right now.
I assume you have the lantern too.
Nat 20.
Okay.
No, lantern would not help me right now.
1 moment, please. I just need to do something real quick. Okay, so, Zann, you see something massive charging towards you in the air at incredible speed.
Nice. What is it?
It is moving a bit too fast to make out its profile right now. You
I
kind of
got a
have to
nat
actively... You will get a description after and if you dodge it.
Okay, I'll dive down a bit to try to dodge it.
Okay, that is going to be in acrobatics.
11.
Okay, and let's see what it gets. Okay, Zann, you are going to take a rather vicious bite from ambush.
Okay, against my AC.
Drawing faces on the sand!
Look, the artist made a face there on purpose.
Yes, they did. They actually did. The geography of this place makes no fucking sense.
That
There we
is
go. He's
that is
smiling now.
straight up a
Please
face.
continue with Zann getting killed.
Okay.
I mean, he hasn't hit my AC yet, so
That
I'm just
face is
waiting.
a shadow. It just means that this entire outcropping of stone looks like a face in the shadows at a certain time of day.
In
But
any
it's
case,
night.
Zann, you successfully dodge out of the way of this thing. This thing is massive, it is black, and it appears to be astonishingly stealthy. If you had to guess, it looks like some sort of large winged lizard. I wonder what that describes.
A large winged lizard. Is it a Quetzalcoatl?
Fuck you.
Oh boy.
It's one of them dragonborns, but with wings.
Guys, we're playing Ark Survival Evolved. I just realized. Oh my gosh.
It's a winged kobold.
You know what? Just for that, fucking Jesus Christ, Zann, make me a dexterity saving throw.
I just did one of these. Okay. 14.
Okay, that is
Rolling really low.
actually on the nose. Roll again.
Okay.
Try rolling higher.
I got a nat 20.
Yes, like that.
Okay, so Zann,
Thanks for the advice, Shucky.
you nimbly dodge an incredible blast of energy occupying the space where you were a second ago. Zann, it occurs to you that this thing is not fucking around.
Yeah, so do I it's a large winged lizard.
Yes, completely
Okay.
black.
Are we in like a turn initiative order right now, or am I just
That depends on whether or not you want to stand out, keep going outside and try and fight the damn thing.
I said I dived down to the ground at
Yes,
some point. Am I at
Yes.
the ground? Like where am I in space right now?
you are on the ground in front of the cave.
Okay, I'm going to shoot at it twice with my longbow and then duck inside the cave.
Okay, roll them attacks.
Longbow. First one, 16 to hit.
Miss.
Second one, 24 to hit.
That is actually a hit, so you do your 13
damage.
damage.
And then I duck into the cave.
Okay. So you duck inside the cave, and
Hey,
you hear indignant roaring from outside, again in a variety of animal voices.
Hey, so giant black winged lizard thing, pretty angry. I hit it with an arrow.
Arnold, who is currently getting up to his feet, looks at you, looks outside, and uses the message rune to say, "It's pissed now."
Yeah, well, me too. Give me back my coins. I want those back, please.
Arnold reaches down to grab the coin and crushes it.
Does it burn his hand?
Yes, it does.
Zann laugh. Zann laugh.
Or just looks on in approval, like, yeah.
Hey, I figured out what the monster was. I did some damage to it. We're chilling.
Harry is sighing. He's been rubbing his face, just like, how did I end up with these people?
Belladon says, it had some sort of massive attack that you almost got hit by.
Nah, I'm fine.
Yes, but what about us?
You're also fine.
Okay.
How sure are we of that?
Urt's gonna look at the whole group and be like, hey guys, who's the best at wrestling?
How
No, we're not going to do that. Terry's going to look at Arnold real quick and ask him if he can understand animals when he's like this.
Arnold gives a nod and gestures around at the other raptors around him.
Okay. He asks if he knows what all of the other animals outside, including the big one, were saying.
Arnold shakes his head no.
It's not really. So Zann will pipe up at this point and say they're not really. They're not saying anything. They're using a variety of weird animal noises that aren't actually its own noise.
He's doing a really bad chimera impression.
Yeah, they're doing a really bad animal impression right now. So that's why I thought it was like a joke thing and ran out there. Turns out not a joke thing. Is a giant, massive, dark beast of some sort. But also the noises it's making are BS. They're not real. Like it's not its actual voice or sound or whatever. Cry.
Urt points to the giant Arnold the Sand Raptor.
Um,
Like, hey, are you good at wrestling?
we're not wrestling.
Because Urt wants to teleport him directly on top of the dragon while Zann distracts it.
So
We're not doing that.
I got a view of the flying lizard thing. Yeah.
Yes.
How big is it?
It was bigger than you, but not like excessively big. It wasn't gigantic. So it would be
Like,
2 by 2
look at Arnold
on this
and
map.
say, is it bigger than Arnold?
It could fit inside the cave.
Yes, it could fit inside the cave. It's roughly the size of Arnold.
Okay. Zann maneuvers Toad and Urt away from the mouth of the cave.
One
and
moment, guys.
says, "Don't stand there."
1 moment, guys.
Okay.
We are changing to interior map.
Oh, no, okay, that was someone.
I mean, I assume we are.
Sorry about that, guys.
You chill?
Okay, so telling people to get away from the mouth of the cave, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Toad and Belladon get away from the mouth of the cave. What do you guys actually get up to? You're not hearing anything from outside at present.
From what we've now gathered, being, shape, the sounds, the attack it has, could I possibly roll another nature to figure out what it is?
I would, in fact, allow that. You may roll a nature or an arcane. Meanwhile, Zann, what is your passive perception again?
My passive perception. I was going to ask if I could make a perception roll, so I'm glad you're bringing this up. My passive perception is that's persuasion. 17. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right. So Terry, from what it sounds like, this does match a couple of descriptions. Like it could be a manticore, or it could also be a griffin. It could be a bunch of things, and it also could be a dragon. But you have no idea why a dragon would be attacking you.
Well, it has feathers and it's a lizard, so it's none of those things.
No, it has wings and it's a lizard.
No, he said feathered.
No, I did say wing.
You said wings with feathers.
Yeah, it's the raptors that are feathered.
No. Like the thing outside, the black giant creature, number specifically said feathered.
I don't believe I did. I might have misspoken.
Leo, play it back. Play it back. I swear you said feathers. That's why I said Quetzalcoatl, because you said feathered lizard.
If you had to guess, it looks like some sort of large winged lizard. I wonder what that describes.
A large winged lizard. Is it a Quetzalcoatl?
Fuck you.
It's a type, yeah. Raptors are birds of prey. You don't look like you have feathers.
I am confident he said wings, Zach.
Okay, well, crap. Okay, well then then we know it's not. It could be a dragon or a wyvern, but it can't be a manticore or a griffin because those are feathered and not lizards.
I like how we're just playing 20 questions in here.
Well, I mean, I'm still surprised that a nat 20 perception doesn't tell me what it looks like in more detail.
Yeah, its spell score is absolutely insane.
Dang.
So, with all that, you guys are arguing about what the hell it could be. Terry and Zann, you may roll a perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
I'm trying to listen to see if it landed on the. I got a
Nope.
20. If it landed above us, if it's like waiting for us outside the mouth of the cave.
All right. Terry and Zann. Terry in particular, you don't notice anything, but Zann, here's a faint rustle just outside of the cave. Like, just outside the entryway.
I pull out my bow and tell people to get ready and just knock an arrow for whenever it peeks its head around so I can shoot it.
So
Okay.
while you're all being serious, Ert's like, so what is it?
Some sort of giant winged lizard thing.
Like a dragon?
Harry just looks to Arnold and goes, I apologize, he's an idiot.
It's a little small to be a dragon.
Mhm.
It can fit inside
Oh,
the
it's like
cave.
a flying cobalt, right?
It's probably more like a wyvern.
Ert's gonna poke his head out and be like, So are we like talking about a flying kobold or like,
Sure.
you know,
You
a
poke
sort
your
of
head up, you said.
lizardy like he's just gonna guess a lot of insulting things
we-
about what's out there.
Can we try? Can we roll
Hey,
to
guys,
stop him
guys,
from being an
let-
idiot?
Hey guys, let the DM speak.
No.
Fucking hell. You poked your head out, you said.
No, I mean, yes.
I will allow you to roll me your perception check.
He doesn't actually poke it out.
You moved your character to the mouth of the cave.
Yes, you did.
Nat
Erd has
one.
no idea what's out there. He's like, holy shit, it's
Oh
dark.
no!
Roll
You.
me
Why
a
did you
dexterity
say
saving
that?
throw with disadvantage.
A what at disadvantage?
Dexterity saving throw.
Zann shoots it. By the way.
4.
Okay, so you poke your head out. You don't see anything, but that might be because you triggered some kind of mechanism, and then your eyes are completely filled with bright light as there's an explosion. Is going to take rather a lot of damage.
Triggered a. It laid a trap.
Yep.
Wow. Did it.
So it's not. It's not a flying lizard thing, or at least it's not just that. It's something because it won't have the dexterity to set up traps. It doesn't have flipping thumbs.
Mm-hmm. So, Zann, you just watch as Ert poked his head out and then got blasted back in by an explosion. And Zann may now roll me a perception check.
Another perception check.
Yes, there's going to be a lot of them.
I am perceiving so much right now. 25.
All right, Zann. Something comes up. Something occurs to you. This cave. You suspect that it has multiple exits, and you hear a low rumble at another exit, as though of a creature inhaling. Zann?
Dragon, everyone
What?
out.
Yeah. Does everybody follow Zann's instruction?
I mean, Ert's being carried, I assume.
Yeah. Arnold is going to grab you up in a none too gentle grip.
Yeah.
Zann will fly out so he doesn't trigger any mechanisms on the way out.
All right.
I'm assuming it's already been triggered since Ert just did
Arnold
that.
is going to bowl Ert out in case there's more.
All
I'm
right.
assuming everybody is warned, so anybody who, is smart is gonna head out.
Yeah. So all the werekin are going to get out as well, and Terry. And so as you all rush out, the entire cave, there is a rumbling roaring that coalesces into a rather disturbing noise as the entire cave is vented with gaseous acid.
Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. Black flying lizard that's big enough to fit into the cave. So not a big dragon, but maybe a small dragon or a wyvern, but also trap. So rider, maybe? Question mark. But yeah,
From the distance, Zann thinks that he hears a distinct chuckle.
which direction do I hear this chuckle in?
From up on the top of the hill. It is not in line of sight.
Okay, so I'm feeling like definitely rider. Hey, it's dark. Look at that. Fancy. So fancy. Yeah, so acid breath. That's new. I don't think I've dealt with acid breath before. Hey Terry, acid breath. Any ideas?
Is that another nature?
This is going to be an arcane.
Arcane.
Ert may roll as well if he feels like getting off his ass.
17.
Ert is doing a different action. Let me know when you're done.
Okay. So, Terry, acid breath is, in fact, something that black dragons are said to be able to do.
Wonderful.
And acid breath usually has a rather long delay between when it can use it. And it occurs to you that instead of using it twice in a row, it backed off, laid a trap, and then circled around to a different entrance to use its acid breath.
So it thinks that we were gonna go out the other one.
Yeah, so it thought that, and you managed to dodge it, but now it hears that you're outside.
Alright. Yeah, so Terry just... Okay, I think it's a black dragon.
Great. It's on top of the hill, by the way. I heard it laughing.
Ooh, good point.
Does anyone here have a light cantrip? Anyone? Anyone? Light cantrip?
Well, yes, Ert is about to cast Dancing Lights.
Thank you.
Okay, and what is Ert up to?
Casting dancing lights. You just said.
Casting Dancing Lights. There you go.
All right, you cast a bunch of lights everywhere, and they create pools of illumination, and you see a large shape flitting around, but it seems to be a bit odd. Anyone may roll me an insight.
We'll take you up on that offer. 24. I'm rolling either really well or really great, or really bad. Really well or really great. Nice.
I've been rolling pretty average.
Nice. Robert.
So, as for Zann and Ert, you see the little shapes illuminated by the dancing lights. You realize the thing is using pieces of cloth in order to catch your attention so that it can sneak up on you.
Can you be more descriptive? What do you mean by like using pieces of cloth? How
As
is
in,
it?
it grabbed a whole bunch of random pieces of cloth and threw them into the air so that they would drift into your lights.
Okay, Zann flies to the top of the rock or at least flies up in the air a little bit. He'll fly like 20 feet up above
Okay.
and see if he can see anything.
You know, Terry's thinking, just in case he doesn't actually make it out of this, he's just gonna use his clipboard to contact Ellie with just 2 words. Black Dragon.
Oh boy.
That's a good call, actually.
I'm gonna have to roll something right here and right now.
He's just telling Ellie what it is.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh no.
Did the dragon realize what's happening, or is this Ellie freaking out?
No, it does not, because he's setting up his sneak attack strike. It's
Has Ert got an action yet?
yeah, Ert picking up.
Opening up a clipboard and writing the words Black Dragon is a free action.
So, Zann, you are flying up in order to do something. Ert, what are you up to?
Well, Ert has thrown up the lights and seen that there's a bunch of cloth going around. And there's only one potential response.
What's that?
What's 49 times 4?
49 times 4 is 296.
Okay, give me a few minutes while I draw.
Or 196. I added a 196.
1, 2, 3, 4. This is gonna be a while, guys.
Fuck it. You know you can just copy paste those.
So Ert has just blown up his dancing lights rune, just exploded it. Like at the point where people should probably be making saving throws unless they have sunglasses on.
You know what?
Zann has sunglasses on. They just didn't get transitioned, so Zann's fine. For the record, I still have my sunglasses on.
Oh god.
I would very much like. I'm trying to spot this dragon, and because I want to be able to.
Make sure to ding us for a 1 max runic energy for that.
Yep, will do.
I want to be able to track this sucker after he from the chuckle.
Okay.
But I want it to be like that scene from Malcolm in the Middle where they set off the giant firework. It is
Yeah.
day now. It is day in the other hexes now.
Oh god. You know what? I'm gonna say, Terry and Zann. No, Zann has the sunglasses. He's fine. Terry, you go ahead and roll me a con save with advantage.
Okay, because I'm gonna say whatever Ert's up
Ert's
to.
gonna roll a con save with disadvantage.
He blinds himself.
20.
Okay, Terry is fine.
8, natural
Nat
1. Ert is like, oh god.
One moment, please. I just gotta. Okay, so
You gotta roll for the fucking dragon.
I gotta roll for Belladon first.
Belladon, all of the raptors, the dragon. If the dragon has a little friend,
Belladon is just fine.
I feel
Arno,
like Toad's gonna be okay, because technically the mushroom really doesn't actually need eyes.
I hate how you actually have a point. And
I mean, he needs eyes in order to see. Still,
Well, no,
because-
he's a
right.
mushroom.
Yes, mushrooms can't see inherently. Just in case
It's
you're
just-
wondering.
It's just feel through the earth like Toph. Because he's a mushroom.
I don't think he's an earthbender. I don't think
It's called, if I remember right, it's called blind sense in Dungeons and
blind sight.
Dragons.
Blind sight.
Yeah, well, there's blind sense and blind sight.
I don't
Okay.
think Toad has that though, does he?
All right. What's the DC for any of your spells, Ert?
For dancing light?
No.
It
For
wouldn't
any
be
of
the-
your spells, just
it'd be
your
like
spell DC.
17. It'd be like
Oh,
17. or
okay.
18.
Where do I find that on this version of the sheet?
It's your proficiency bonus plus your spellcasting modifier.
Yeah, but
Or
where's
no,
the
it's just-
spellcasting modifier?
No, it's literally just it's just your spellcasting modifier because that has your proficiency bonus in it.
So I'm casting within, and my mod is +4.
Okay, hold on just a mo. Something's weird today, but
I've noticed that D20 has been really slow today, so I don't know if that's has anything to do with it. But
okay, now spell slots. Come on, isn't there something here that can tell me what the fucking DC is?
I can just roll something and it'll have the DC on it. Give me a sec.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so yeah, just go ahead and roll a spell with a saving throw.
Does what has a saving throw?
Look at your level 1 spells, not your fucking cantrips. A catapult would do.
Catapult? Okay, I didn't realize catapult had to save.
Well, that's a level 2 spell.
Okay, so it's a DC 15.
That's
But
Zann. That's Zann. I'm sorry.
yeah, just go ahead and roll catapult.
There you go.
15 still. Yeah.
Okay, so it is 15. So they have to roll above that in order to not get blinded. It looks like Arnold is blinded, but nobody else.
Nice. And
Poor Arnold.
Ert's blind too.
Ert is throwing up on the ground again.
Is the dragon blind or the mystery
That is the thing
entity?
that I have to roll next, because if that happens, then consequences. Just gotta find the fucking blind thing. There it is. All right. Now for the dragon.
Zan, mouse over the 15 on my DC and look at the math there.
I was, yeah.
It's
yeah.
awful.
Basic
anyway.
basic algebra right there, man.
Okay, so con save for the dragon.
Why saves?
21. It actually succeeded. However, because of all the light, I am going to say that it becomes visible as it is swooping towards you, and it appears to be holding a couple of packages in its claws. It does not seem to be going for a strict, going to bite you thing.
Like, I assume it aborted its attack because it literally can't look at us.
Zann shoots it twice with a bow because fuck that guy.
Yeah, and this is where we're going to start initiative.
Okay.
Ert takes 0. He is prone, so he starts at 0.
Okay. Zann, go ahead and roll your attacks before we get started.
Oh, roll my attacks before you get started. Okay. Longbow. 1. 12 misses. 2. Nat 20 for 12 damage. Times 2, right?
12 damage, 24. Yeah, because it's doubled.
Yeah. It says I rolled a 7 on the.
Yeah.
Well, only the die is doubled. Not is that the die doubled or the die plus
Everything
one?
gets doubled. Everything
Everything
gets
gets
doubled in
24.
my games.
Okay.
Okay. And let's add a turn for Zann.
I got a 7.
Nice.
I'm already in there. You didn't need to add me twice.
Yeah, well. All right. And Belladon is going to go with the Raptors, and let's go ahead and add Ert at 0. And so, wonderful, wonderful dragon is going to go ahead.
16.
16.
Terry, F him up, man. F him up.
All right, Terry, it is in fact your turn first.
Oh, boy.
So, Terry, you have sent the words "Black Dragon," and the immediate response that you get from Ellie is a somehow articulate scream. Like the clipboard literally just starts screaming in fury. It's
Yeah,
not supposed to do that.
I'm assuming Ellie knows that Terry means that, yeah, it is a black dragon out here, not Arnold has become a black dragon.
Well, we'll find out one way or the other.
Well, in any case, Terry, what do you do? There is a black dragon that appears to be, trying to kill you.
And
I've
it's
already
just a black dragon, so there's no metal on it.
No. However, Terry may roll me a perception.
Does he
Okay.
have a rider? I want him to have a rider.
Perception. Nope.
Terry cannot see any details of the dragon through all the glare. It is just a dragon. It is carrying something.
He mostly sees just blinding light. Everything I see is pain.
Because he doesn't know. Well, because he doesn't actually know, like, you said that the black dragon's holding a box?
It's holding something.
Okay, it's holding something. And it's
Wait,
been...
wait for Zan's turn, and Zan might be able to see what it is, and then tell him after.
Yeah, and it's been openly hostile to us.
Yes.
That's one way to put it. With Urt over there, half HP.
He's gonna do a quote-unquote safe bet, like, if it wants to actually try and talk to us, he can, but at the same time, still kinda fuck him up. Let's use the shenanigan cube.
Oh boy. Okay, go ahead and post the shenanigan cube, please.
Do we have
Shenanigan cube.
Terry? We're still on level 2 spells, right? We're not to level 3 spells yet. We're level.
I think I
5?
get, like, 1 level 3 spell.
Is slow a level 3 or a level 4?
Urt does not have any level 3s.
Oh, I have a couple. I do have 3.
I
4. I do have slow.
You do have slow. Okay. In the future.
Yeah.
And
But
remember,
I'm just...
you get 2 actions. So, Nathar's Mischief, go ahead and roll a d4 to see which one you get.
3.
Each creature in the cube must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or begin giggling until the start of your next current turn. A giggling creature is incapacitated and uses all of its movement to move in a random direction.
Nice.
Okay, so wisdom saving throw. Oh,
And I have been very slow on my roll 20. If someone could draw the
I've
shenanigan
also-
cube box.
I like roll 20 has been really slow for me too. I don't know what's going on.
Really? I wonder why it's not slow for me.
Like it's moving at like 5 frames per second, and it's really laggy when I do things. But it's like this 50% of the time for me. So
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah,
what it is.
20. It's a 20-foot cube.
Which is literally the dragon. Nice.
Okay, so it rolled a 14 on its saving throw, and I believe your saving throw DC is 15. Same as Urt and whatnot. So,
I believe so. It might be a little higher.
okay, so as this is in fact a boss monster, I am going to use one aspect of legendary resistance. It has 2 of these.
Okay, so we
order
burned
to
through
save-
one.
So it gets 2 no that didn't actually happen, and it just used one of them.
Nice. High five, Terry.
All right. Well, then, you know what? Let's go ahead and use slow.
Okay, go ahead and hit the spellcast button on that one.
It
Hopefully,
creates a 40-foot cube.
Oh boy.
Wisdom saving throw. What's your DC again?
I believe it's 15.
Wouldn't it be? I thought yours was higher. I thought it was 17. I could
It
be
still
wrong.
fails either way.
Yeah. We're chilling. I gotta this up for sure. Leo's shaking his head at us right now.
Okay, so
And someone could also...
yes,
there, perfect, 40-foot cube. And
save DC
a
for your bard is 15. Yes, so
8 plus spellcasting.
a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws, and it cannot use reactions.
And it moves at half speed, right?
And it can use an action or a bonus action, not both. Regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn.
oh god, it really doesn't want to get hit by that one either.
We're gonna burn through
If
both.
the creature attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action, roll a d20. On an 11 or higher, the spell does not take effect until the creature's next turn, and the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. If it can't, the spell is wasted. A creature affected by this spell makes another wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns. On a successful save, the effect ends.
It's gonna use its second round of legendary resistance in order to get out of this. And it is just absolutely fucking indignant that you would disable it twice in the same turn. Oh,
Well done, Terry. Well
you
done.
see Terry kind of just, while still holding his clipboard, just kind of snap his fingers like, damn, I was really wanting to try that one.
Meanwhile, the dragon gives a roar in a whole bunch of different animal voices. You cannot tell how exactly it's doing this. It is going to attempt an attack, but it's going to do so at disadvantage.
Is it flying in?
It is flying past, above.
So where does it stop by the end of its turn? Like how
That
far does
is
it go?
something that I will get to in just a moment, please.
Okay.
All right. Let me double check this. Okay, so it moves pretty goddamn fast, and it is going to attack with disadvantage. +1.
So this is an AoE. Looks like.
This is a sort of AoE. It manages to get a bomb on the right spot, and it wings past. Here, I will draw the route it takes in just one moment.
It fly that fast?
Does the cube or slow follow it?
The cube does not follow it, and I don't believe slow does either.
Flow doesn't stick around it, so it happens
Yeah.
in that cube, and then it affects them until they stop being affected by it. So as soon as he used his resistance, slow became not a thing.
Yeah, and so this 80 feet is totally within his movement range. Dragons are fucking fast.
Well, so if he followed that path, that's not 80 feet, that's 120.
And let's.
Pythagorean theorem. Here we go, buddy.
Okay, so yeah, he's only able to get to right here.
Okay.
Okay, but he did drop a package for all of you, and now it is time for you guys to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
Does Zann need to roll it if he's 20 feet in the air?
No, he does not.
Okay. You didn't see, but I raised my hand when I asked that question.
Can,
So.
can I have a request from Terry?
What's your request?
Terry, can you tell Toad to haul Ert into the acid cave?
I mean, that could have been done on his turn, yes.
And that gives Toad an action.
Fair
I mean,
enough, actually.
Toad
that
can
case,
cast Eldritch Blast. I don't know. I don't know if he needs
Toad
to
being
do that.
helpful in this way is going to be better. Anyway, so Terry, go ahead and roll that dexterity saving throw.
12.
Oh no.
All right, Terry's going to take some bomb damage, and the Raptors are also going to have to make saving throws. So just a moment while I roll for them. Okay, so
We're fighting a B25 or B27 rather.
okay, and only one of them does not succeed, and Belladon Ezrin also gets her own saving throw, and she fails.
Oh no, is Belladon dead?
Probably not.
That was
Not
close.
quite.
That was freaking close.
Like, Belladon lands in the cube.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. She is blasted to hell. All right, so Terry, you take all of that. The DC was 15, as usual. One of the were creatures seems to have been blasted by this. And, oh yeah, Arnold has disadvantage. One moment.
There we go.
Yeah, Arnold's fine.
So I took 23.
Yep.
Oh no.
Ow.
Ow, indeed.
He dropped a bomb.
Belladon, no.
Okay, and that is...
I like to imagine Belladon caught it. It's like, what the fuck?
Guys, I got it.
Okay, so unfortunately, one of the guys that got downed was one of the ranged units. But this is the first time that they've seen the fucking thing. They're gonna try their best.
Did I get my turn skipped?
Oh, apologies. Yes, apparently I did skip your turn.
Okay.
How dare you?
How dare you?
go, Zann. You can do your thing now.
Zann is gonna fly 30 feet to Schwarznacht, Black Knight over here. Nice German.
Night always triumphs.
So it's an action to move, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's one action to move. Then my next action is going to be a longsword swing. 2 longsword swings since I'm level 5. We'll do the first one right now. 24 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay, stunning strike. 1 key point. He has to make a Constitution save. 8 plus my spell one.
Okay.
DC 15.
Okay. And Nerf.
He's stunned.
Use both of its legendary resistances.
He is stunned until the end or until the start of my next turn.
So
Yes.
please imagine, Zann flies after this thing like a fucking cruise missile, slams it with his sword, and it starts falling to the ground, and Zann gets another attack with advantage.
All right, second attack.
This feels very anime.
It's
Zann
ridiculously anime.
is very anime. 25 to hit for 8 damage.
Okay, that's 8 more damages.
Okay.
And that is returned over.
No, it's not. That's my action. I have a bonus action.
Oh,
Bonus action is I'm a monk, dude. I have like 50 attacks.
flurry of blows, right? God damn it.
So my bonus action. No, it's not even flurry of blows. Yeah. Wait. It's been a while. Let me double check. I've been playing as in Baldur's Gate. I've been playing as a fighter, so I have to remind me how my resources work here really fast. Be at the top. Flurry of blows.
Basically, you yell key while mashing the roll button.
Okay, yeah. So flurry of blows, key point, 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Okay,
they're both
and
for
this
advantage.
is against a stunned opponent, so this does have advantage.
So first one, 19 to hit. Does that hit?
That does actually hit, yes.
Okay, 9 damage there. And my
Okay.
second one, 22 to hit.
And
For
that is
7.
a hit for 7 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And since I attacked with both my sword and my talons in one round, I now have, because I'm a Kensei monk, I have +3 to my AC until the start of my next turn. So I have about 22 AC while I'm fighting a stunned dragon that's falling through the sky.
Okay. Meanwhile,
So, 1 second. I'd like you all to manage that scene with Gandalf and the Balrog, except Gandalf is just fucking beating the shit out of him.
and Gandalf is the one with wings.
Exactly.
Here we go.
it is now time for the Raptors. One of them is taking a bit to recover, and the others, there's one of them that actually has a ranged attack that it's going to use.
Against a stunned opponent.
Yes. That is a hit, and it does some damage. Some nice 8 damage.
Are the melee guys going to be able to reach him?
They're Raptors. They're exceptionally fast.
By the way, I don't know if this is relevant with the dragon, but all of my attacks count as magic attacks for the sake of resistances. So if any of the damage was halved, it should be unhalved.
Okay, and 17 is a miss for Jade Throw. So, Red Slash is going to do his singular attack. So that is going to be +7. Crit fail. Red Slash skids in the sand and does a faceplant.
Nice.
Green Bite completely biffs it. Wait, these guys should have advantage.
Yeah, like these are attack rolls. So
Yeah, these are attack rolls. So, one moment. So that's just Red Slash being a biff. And Green Bite actually manages to land one. And does a nice chunk of damage too. That leaves Arnold. And Arnold, despite being blind, is following the commotion and is going to try to attack. And because against stunned opponents, it is at regular. Okay,
You should just have him stagger on top of the dragon.
and just land on him.
Unfortunately, Arnold biffs it. Okay, now it is Urt time. Urt, you are just barely inside of the cave. You are blind as shit.
Okay. I am blind as shit. I am prone and throwing up.
Yeah.
Is there any way I could cast magic on anyone here?
You could probably cast it on Terry.
Oh no. I'm sorry, Terry.
Oh no.
Or Toad?
Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace, Terry. 2023 to 2023.
Erd is going to reach out to Toad and go, "Go, my child," and cast Vortex Warp.
Oh no.
Do the casting thing, please.
I can do 2 actions, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Erd is going to burn 2 level 2 spells.
Okay.
So, first action, enlarge the Toad.
Oh God. Okay. Enlarge reduce. Yep. And now do the vortex warp. Teleported to an unoccupied space of your choosing.
I need to
Okay.
be able to see him, so I'm going to stagger into my puddle of vomit. with my free action. So I can just barely see the dragon, and I'm going to drop a massive toad on top of him.
Oh god.
Not next to him, on top of him.
Oh god. You know what? I'm gonna give the black dragon a dexterity saving throw.
He's stunned.
With
He cannot make dex saving throws. He automatically fails dex saving throws while stunned.
I think we need to address this because otherwise we're just going to kill him.
No. But like actually, like that's a trait of stun.
That's a part of stunned.
Oh, good point.
But hold on. I gotta roll Toad's damage as he lands on the guy. 28, which hits the HP gate. And now, boss rules. We are now in phase 2. The dragon gives out an indignant roar, shakes off the stun, and seems to regain a lot of its vitality. And it seems pissed. But Terry, I will say, that doesn't mean its legendary resistance is actually back up.
You want to... Okay.
So, Terry, it is your turn.
So it's indignant. Toad is now as big as the dragon.
Hit it again, Terry.
Yeah, just have Toad take Terry's turn. Or he could cube him again.
Well, my idea is if I can get Toad to move in a way that doesn't get in the way of anyone else, he could Eldritch Blast the dragon.
Well, he's giant. Wouldn't it be better to melee?
Eldritch Blast.
I don't know. Does he get stronger when he gets bigger?
Yes, his melee attacks do an extra d4 damage.
What rules are we using for grappling?
That would be a strength check. So hold on. Okay, so this is going to be a Toad teaching moment. Do you want Toad to have proficiency in athletics or acrobatics?
Terry?
Oh.
What's his stat block?
Because my recommendation is have Toad just grab the guy. He can try to fly, but he's got a toad on him.
Toad has his own cheat.
Toad has his own cheat, and he has 14 strength at the moment. So it's not the best.
What's his dex?
He has a 16 dex and a 14 strength.
Yeah.
So probably want acrobatics instead of athletic. Right?
And I will say, right now, with Enlarge, if you give him athletics as one of his skills, he can get advantage on it right now.
You get advantage on any strength check or strength saving.
I feel like we should give him athletics anyways.
I feel like he's wearing a Mr. T necklace. I'm looking at it, and it
Damn
really
it.
looks like that.
Sash! It's a
You know what?
sash!
You know what? I like that idea.
He's not wearing a Mr. T necklace.
Okay, but Toad, is he proficient in athletics so that he can grapple a dragon?
You know what? Let's do it.
Okay, then I'm going to do a advantage roll. Okay, just a moment. Athletics, roll type, advantage. And he grapples a dragon if the dragon does not do well on this. And ooh, this is gonna be nasty. He doesn't have proficiency in this. A dragon is grappled. Toad has grabbed a dragon.
Okay, I like to imagine him as that anime trope where the character's just biting his entire head.
That's a trope.
You have never seen that?
To be fair, I don't watch a lot of anime, so you'll have to educate me afterwards.
I won't claim that I've watched a lot, but
I don't think I've ever seen anyone hold somebody in place by biting their head before. But I'll take your word for it.
yeah, here's the only reference I got.
What even is that from?
Bleach.
Okay, that explains why I've not seen it.
It was pretty good right up until the author
Ran out of ideas.
hit on the magic theory of just adding more characters continuously forever.
Ah, yes, One Piece. I mean, what?
So Toad is just glomming onto this guy.
And Toad does have a second action.
Terry?
Terry could also use the action instead of Toad, right?
Yep.
Hmm.
Terry could spell him.
Spell him.
I
I
could
don't know
spell.
if you have a good spell for this.
Spell his name. Just write his name in the ground. It'll do something, I'm sure.
I do have Tasha's hideous laughter.
Oh god. Is that you just hit the spellcast button.
Well, hold on. I need to make sure that I am appropriately distanced. All right. I take a 5-foot step. And now I cast Tasha's hideous laughter.
Okay.
Mm.
It aces its saving throw, but it is still grappled. Alright. Now it is time for Schwarznacht. Now I have to roll something real quick, because there is a feature of the breath weapon. Okay, so it cannot use it again this turn. It has to wait until next turn, which it will probably not survive until. Oh boy.
You're assuming he won't be stunned again. You're acting like I don't have 4 more key points to sink into trying to stun this guy on my next turn.
Okay. But it can't fly away because of fucking Toad. It is surrounded by enemies. It is going to try a desperation move. It is going to detonate a bomb on itself.
Oh boy.
So the first, oh god, he's grappled. He has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Do I have? Is this a? It's not a missile.
It is not. He makes his own save. Now it is time for Toad's save. Toad saves.
What level do I get a evasion at? I forget. 7th level. Okay, I don't have evasion yet.
Red Lash fucks it up. Green Bite saves. And Arnold saves.
It's just a straight throw or straight
Yep.
roll.
Straight dexterity saving throw.
23.
No advantage, no disadvantage.
I guess I save.
Okay. So it looks like the only one that got punked by this is Green Bite.
Saves are half damage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm keeping track of Toad's health separately.
Do we do higher or lower? So half of 17. Are we giving 8 damage or 9 damage here?
9 damage.
9 damage. Roll round up. Okay. I'm at 51 HP.
Okay.
I know Zann's looking a little rough, guys. I don't know if he can make it.
Well, speaking of fucking rough, it's going to try and bite and claw you because it has multi-attack.
Good luck. I've got
Okay.
22 AC plus a reaction shield, so you have to get a nat 20 to hit me. Shield, reaction shield. I have 27 AC.
Okay, and let's see if it manages to get a nat 20 on the second roll.
Actually,
It does not.
If it hits an 18 or 19, it'd still get through, actually. It's a big attack modifier.
Okay. So it does not manage to get Zann. And it is regretting its life choices. Zann, do you instill more regret?
Absolutely. I love teaching people about regret. It's one of my favorite things to do. If he's grappled, do I get advantage? He's flanked and grappled.
Yep. So you have advantage. You have all sorts of advantage.
Wonderful. 27 to hit. 7
yeah.
damage. Stunning strike, DC 15.
Okay.
Con saving throw.
And it pumped it.
Okay, he's stunned. I have 3 key points left. Okay. Another longsword strike for my. This is my first action still because I get 2 attacks per action. 26 to hit. Okay. Second action, 2 more longsword strikes. 24 for 9.
Okay, 9.
And 17. Does that hit?
17 is a miss.
Is it within 3?
Yes.
Do I want to? No, I won't pump my key point. I can pump 3 key points in to make it.
Just
more
blow
attacks. I won't do
everything.
that. No, I'm gonna use my key points for flurry blows instead. I think it's better. So that's both my actions down. Bonus action, flurry of blows, unarmed strikes. 2 unarmed strikes at advantage. Nat 20 for 10 doubled.
Okay, so 20 damage on that one.
And
Jesus
then-
Christ, Zann.
You know what this is
Zan!
starting to feel like? This is starting to feel like a bunch of normal people going around with Conan the Barbarian.
I mean, double. So monk. I did not make a monk character knowing about the double action rule, but double action is broken on monk because of all the attacks I get. and all the key points I can do.
Attacks. I mean, I'm not gonna change it because this is fun, but
I missed my last hit. I missed my last.
so that is your
This
turn.
is one
then.
reason why I like making monks, is because I feel useful.
We just need to start fighting more monks.
Hmm.
We need to roll up into the next place, and it's a really angry monastery.
Just at the monastery, it's the rival monastery that's from Zann's monastery that he grew up in.
Yep, they're all moles.
Wait, why am I here?
Oh God. But it's time for the Raptors, and the Raptors. Arnold is just getting his sight back, and the guy is stunned, and he's also been harassing Arnold for weeks. Arnold is going to take out some aggression. Oh boy. Okay. 16 misses, but that's fine. Arnold has a pretty goddamn damaging attack. Come on, man. Arnold, don't prove me wrong like that.
Nice damage roll, nerd.
Fuck you. All right. Green Bag and Red Slash are both going to attack as well.
Sorry, one sec. Did Arnold have a 1 on hit too?
No, just on the damage roll.
Yeah.
He had advantage on the other ones.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. So 220 key plus 1 plus.
While this is happening, Zann is.
Zolt biff it. Okay. Red
Dang.
Splash and Green Bite completely fucked it.
No, they
Okay.
get advantage. They get one more.
Oh, no. Red Slash doesn't. Okay. Fucking hell.
One more. Right?
They throw.
They miss everything.
Apparently, only the 40 is allowed
Okay,
to do
I
things.
can see why the dragon was keeping them pinned here.
Or how? Yeah.
It's like being okay. Maybe they really are chicken sized.
Like, holy crap. Zann is calling out this whole time, like, oh my gosh, just hit the guy. You know what? I get dibs on everything this dragon has on him, including his scales and meat after this.
You
You
are
guys
doing
suck.
worse than the mushroom.
And just, we're not going to kill and eat the dragon.
I am killing and eating the dragon.
The dragons are sentient creatures.
I don't care.
Toad is very much into killing and eating the dragon.
We are not killing and eating the dragon. They are sentient creatures and technically endangered.
I'm
That means
definitely
they're a
killing
protected
it.
species.
I'm definitely killing it. Whether or not I eat it, we'll see. But it's dying.
It is your turn.
1 second. Does my sheet keep track of how many spells I have left?
If you press the spell button every time you use the spell, yes. If you did, then no.
Yes, I have. I'm trying to figure out where it says whether I have a spell left at level 2. I do not think I do. No, two at level 2. So nuts, because I wanted
You're
to
out of
warp another
spells.
guy onto the dragon.
Just throw some firebolts at him or something. And Terry, dragons may be endangered, but they're about to become more endangered.
It's just we're gonna have bounties on our head for killing an endangered species.
It attacked us.
Mhm.
And this is literally self-defense. Just straight up, he dropped bombs on us and tried to murder us. This is the most genuine self-defense you can get.
That is actually true, Terry.
Quick question: is the dragon on the ground or in the air?
On the ground.
Very definitely.
Grease him.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, sorry. Ignore that roll.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll the next. Go ahead and do the spell card for Grease, please.
My viewer glitched on me.
No, he can't actually make any dexterity saving throws at all. He immediately slips and falls.
Now he's prone.
He is now greased up with the mushroom biting his head
and stunned.
And stunned.
Until
And,
the start
Ert,
of
would you like to do another thing?
Ert would like to stagger to his feet.
Okay, Ert, you stagger to your feet amidst the vomit. It's so graceful. It's so beautiful.
Does Terry smell the vomit while he's fighting?
Yes. What kind of question is that?
Well, I mean, there's the acid in the air. I don't know.
Terry.
Yes.
Roll a con saving throw for Ert vomit.
No.
Unless
The
you're
thing is on its last legs. It is stunned. It is prone. It is grappled. This all comes down to you. You could kill it, or you could save it.
I don't know if she could save it, but she could kill it. You're gonna have a heck of a time stopping me and the raptors from finishing it off.
Yeah, this would be like trying to get the chicken back away from the 6 dogs.
Well, it's more like the chicken just like killed a puppy because it killed one of the raptors died, right?
No, it just got blasted away.
Okay, it maimed 2 puppies, including one of my personal puppies, Belladon, right? And hurt Terry and Ert, and then you're trying to call off the dogs after the dogs watched the chicken do that.
I only
Yep.
said we're not going to kill and eat it. I never said anything about just killing it.
Okay.
We are
I
killing
mean-
an endangered species, but the eating part is kind of the point of contention.
Dragon meat is almost certainly a delicacy, and Zann will definitely try to sneak some. Oh, period.
Yep. Just yeah. No one expects anything different.
But yeah, depending on how much health there is, could Toad deliver the final blow?
Yes.
Oh god, he's like some sort of horrible fungus attack.
Zann will be calling out to Toad, "You better leave me some scales after this. Don't eat it all. Leave me some
Stick to the
scales."
head. Just the head.
Also, I just want to point out, what do you mean, like some sort of horrible fungus attack?
You guys
Yeah.
do know as well, the only thing Toad actually needs from the bodies are their brain, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he could eat the whole thing. He was chewing on Luton, what's his bucket's flipping foot the other day.
Yeah, but were you going to eat that decaying body?
No, but I just want to make sure that this pristine black dragon skin, Mr. Moneymags over here, Mr. Mercenary that loves money, wants a pristine dragon skin and scales for monetary purposes.
What's gonna
Because he's-
happen is Terry knows where this is going. So he's just going to sigh, let Toad go on about finishing this off as he tells Ellie, yeah, it was a black dragon and you're probably not going to see the body.
If she's got gold, she might see some of it.
Ellie immediately offers a bounty on dragon bits.
Oh yes, happy face. Zann is having a great day today, guys.
So, does Terry know the name of this dragon?
I don't
Uh,
think he said it, has he? He hasn't spoken to us.
oh boy, it has not spoken to you, and Ellie would not know the name of the dragon either.
Okay. Then Toad, go ahead, finish the job.
Okay, then I'm gonna have Toad do Toad. There's not even an attack roll at this point. It's got 3 different crowd controls on it. I'm just gonna go roll straight damage. 4 plus.
Zann will be slightly panicking as he sees Toad start eating the dragon. Be like, just the brain, Toad, just the brain. Dude, your damage rolls suck today, numbers.
What? 3.
Double ones on that damage roll. That's brutal.
Oh my god. Alright, so that's Toad. Schwarzenackt is completely fucked.
Did he die? Or is he
No,
still alive?
He
He's
just
still
has
alive.
absolutely nothing that he can do on his turn.
Okay, yeah, he's
Zann.
stunned. He's stunned. He can't move.
Yeah. Zann,
Well,
it is
real
your
quick.
turn. There is
Real
no
quick.
possibility of you missing.
Hold on. If Terry was basically giving his turn to Toad, wouldn't that mean he got an extra attack?
You know what? Fair enough. Let's see.
Because all Terry did was use a bonus to talk to Ellie.
Yeah, so one more action. That looks a little better.
That is
Has less
actually enough to kill
ones.
Schwarzenackt.
Okay.
There we go.
Zann was about a step forward yet. His long sword out like, oh, I'm going to be a dragon slayer, and then Toad just steals it from them.
He just subsumes the head. It now looks like a dragon that ends in a toad.
I need the fangs, Toad. Toad, I need the fangs.
Fangs are not edible.
Good. Good
He
Toad.
just watches when Toad finally lets go. It's just a dragon skull.
And the raptors are looking at this and they're like, "Holy shit!"
Zann is screaming at them to get away from his kill. Like he's getting very defensive. Like you've seen eagles defend their prey, right, from like scavenging birds and stuff.
He's just going
He's
to the shoulder
full
like,
on-
mine.
Yeah, straight up like yelling at them, screaming at them to get away. It's like it's
I'm
my
just gonna
kill.
say
stay
Toad, as he finishes up eating, will raise his little mushroom sword and say that technically this was Toad's kill.
Zann will glare at Toad and say, "You're lucky you're cute, but I did all the work."
So
All the
Urch is
work!
gonna
Toad did all the grappling!
Toad was catapulted on top of him.
Yep.
I
He
knocked him
then
out of the
held
sky.
the dragon down!
I knocked him out of the sky.
Toad has opinions on that subject too. Urch is gonna
Toad's not smart enough
stagger
to argue.
forward up to Arnold and be like, "Oh, by the way, dude, you're late on your taxes."
Arnold just looks at Urt and goes,
Just Terry, just like, we can deal with that later.
You guys were saying we were gonna get killed. Give me a break. You better not
Just-
touch this, you pansies.
Terry's gonna look to Zann and just, no one's gonna touch the dragon. Can you please go get Belladon?
There's a road back there, by the way.
Belladon just groans in the distance.
Zann picks up Toad and points toward the direction of Belladon and says, "Fetch."
Nope, Toad's gonna be eating that brain for a while. That's a dragon brain.
No. Toad does a horrible body puppet on Schwarznacht, and in the manner of a faulty marionette,
Oh god, this is horrific. Everyone is, even Erd is horrified by this.
Zann is taking this in stride and just riding the dragon. He's still focused completely on the whole my kill
Right.
thing.
So, Terry's gonna go up to Arnold then before everybody, before they all decide they're gonna go and fuck off. They're just like,
Get over there, Zann.
I messed up my glasses there.
looks to Arnold and goes, "Do you need 200 gold?"
Arnold just looks at Terry and goes,
Terry just helps him with the paperwork over his tablet.
Was there a nod in there?
There is a nod, yes.
Okay. Terry, with his own money, will take out 200 gold to hand over to Arnold and go, tax-free for all the trouble that they caused. Just use that to pay off what you owe to Asshole Patrol, please.
Well, we didn't cause any trouble. Zann doesn't see this though, so he won't say anything.
And now Terry has a hook.
Oh, valid. Yeah.
All right,
Zann doesn't see any of this happen anyway.
Terry, go ahead and add Arnold to your hooks. Arnold, however, does have one thing that he would like to do.
Okay. He can still use the message rune on his claw.
Yeah.
And that's probably gonna stay.
Yeah, it's actually.
I
Arnold
mean, it's useful.
is going to scoot on into his den again.
Through the vomit.
Through the vomit, yeah.
And the massive blinding light.
What's the number roll save for Arnold?
I'm going to say 14 for him.
Okay.
All right.
Arnold the Were-Raptor.
Arnold the Were-Raptor. And Arnold then comes out of the cave, splashing through the vomit, and he says, kind of gesturing at Zann.
Zann just looks at him.
Are you gonna use
He
the
can message.
message rune?
Yeah, I'm just
No, he's
waiting
not.
for the message.
He just wants Zann's attention.
I'm looking at him.
Okay? Arnold
He can't tell.
reaches out a claw, and there is a set of business cards in the claw.
Oh, business cards.
Ooh,
Okay.
is he gonna join CRT?
Zann grabs the business cards.
And it says, Arnold, shapeshifter, survivalist, mercenary, good in all forms of combat, rates reasonable. Contact me at this number if you need my services.
Does it have his class on there?
He is, in fact, a shifter.
A druid?
Really? That's a. Go ahead. Please tell us.
It is a third-party thing, but it is a thing where you can take on animalistic features in order to absolutely fuck people up.
Does he have spell slots?
It's Totem Barbarian.
I might have to look up the exact, resource for all this. But basically, he gets a whole bunch of really boosted natural attacks, and he gets a whole bunch of, natural features. It is basically a Totem Barbarian. So honestly, if I was making him a character sheet, it would probably be that. But I've just got him out of a bestiary right
Okay.
now.
So, okay. If he used spell slots, that would be more interesting.
Yeah, he does not use spell slots.
That's not using spell slots in this particular world is actually a good thing.
Yeah.
Except for being with us.
Zann is standing right here, you jerk.
Look, Erd does not feel any need to coddle Zann.
Yeah, that's fair.
Zann is
Zann has just been terrifying, to be honest.
I knocked a dragon out of the sky. I'm surprised he failed that con save, the first one.
I
'Cause
mean, yeah.
Dragons usually have huge con bonuses.
He did have a pretty good con save. The thing for the dragon is that I was playing him as a young black dragon who also had a bunch of levels in rogue, which is why his stealth modifier was so nuts.
How did he set up his the trap? Like he doesn't have thumbs.
Actually, they do. They do.
Dragons can shape change into humanoid form.
Valid.
I mean,
So,
Zann, you have thumbs.
Well, yeah, but that's because I'm not a dragon.
No, on your feet.
Oh, you're talking about the talon. Oh, valid.
Actually, no.
Okay.
I'm looking at the character art, and he doesn't. My bad.
I have talons for feet.
I
Yeah,
wonder
but
if
you have
we
an
ever
opposable
actually
talon if
shared
you're an
that
owl.
character art.
I'm not an owl. I'm an eagle.
Did we ever actually share the character art?
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
So
Okay, good.
he's based on a Philippine eagle.
Any case. So, with that, we are going to more or less wrap things up here as you guys progress up to level 7, and you also, through the magic of Toad, follow the dragon back to his hoard for some magic items, and you get a reward from the patrol too. They are very, very upset about this. Dragons are supposed to be kind of their thing, so apparently one went rogue and went off the map and was literally hiding under their noses, and now the patrol is in your debt.
Yeah.
So wait, the dragon literally went rogue?
The dragon literally went rogue, yes.
Went rogue in more
it
ways
got-
than one.
They got 2 classes. They got two levels in rogue and just disappeared.
Oh, God. In any case, I'm going to go ahead and upload the pictures of the party to the Shug General channel, but I will get you your rewards and talk with you about some magic items, because you got a lot of shit from this, and you do have the option of recruiting Arnold there into the CRT if you want.
Like as a permanent member or as a temp?
Either.
Okay.
York finally has a sparring partner.
Yeah, like I think Zann would totally go for this actually.
And we released the raptors into the wild or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it just Arnold or is he bringing his little dudes with him?
Like, let's bring them with us, but they just sort of
Arnold
stay
can
in
call
camp.
on his little dude for backup, basically.
Yeah, we don't mention them.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're not officially hired. They're just following Arnold around because Arnold can literally give them lycanthrope orders.
They can hang out with Bubbles.
Okay, so they're more like thralls than actual thinking creatures.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
They're like, this guy smells like were-raptor. We dig that.
Yeah, Zann will ask the CRT what they think, and if the CRT gives a thumbs up, then he'll call him in.
Like, I imagine the trade is for him carrying the dragon corpse back to camp.
I mean, fair enough, yeah.
Well, no, we just have Toad walk the dragon corpse back to camp. Easy.
If this is
Good God, can you imagine the fucking soldiers when they see the fucking dragon being puppeted jerkily back home?
Zann is
What?
just perched on top and telling Toad where to go.
You know, I like to imagine the soldiers looking at this and going, man, that is the third most horrific thing I've seen this week.
So, because apparently Asshole Patrol dragons are their thing, after, collecting and sending off the pieces that they request, so, like, if they need, like, the skull, some scales, a certain thing, or whatever, would they be able to tell which one this was that got gone rogue?
Yes, well, see, there's a little bit of embarrassment here, because he was a black dragon. He was actually being raised by the patrol in order to do good. He was even named by the patrol. He had the name Billy, and then he didn't like that. He thought it was beneath him, and he kept insisting on having a much cooler name.
He's
The
an
patrol,
edgelord.
the patrol insisted that he honor his parents, Billy insisted that the patrol were not his parents. He was a proud creature. He would do his own thing. He renamed himself Schwarznacht and became the terror of the night.
So I just killed a 12-year-old, is what you're telling me.
I mean, essentially, yes.
I mean, 112, but yes.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, Zann doesn't feel bad about it, but I feel a little bad about it.
Can you imagine hanging out with a 12-year-old that just never grew up?
I
mean,
feel
isn't
like
that every anime ever?
it's just
Ouch, that was a burn there.
yeah,
Numbers, are
Terry
you gonna
just
roll
kind
on
of
a magic table?
Terry's just gonna be like talking to Elio at this point. It's just kind of like a yeah, sorry, we kind of had to. He was trying to kill us first.
You do not want to see what's happening here.
You know what? I will roll on the magic item table. Let's make it a fucking roulette right fucking now.
Roulette?
Roulette.
Roulette?
Roulette.
Okay.
Roulette.
Okay, so let me go ahead and
Champagne.
Make sure you keep all of this in, Leo.
Champagne.
Okay. So I'm going to just randomly roll for a bunch of these bastards. I'm going to roll once for each of you.
Does Terry wear armor, by the way?
Good question.
I believe he has some.
We could get you some black dragon leather armor now. Just saying. We have a full black dragon's worth
Now
of leather.
that is a sexy tuxedo.
Like, seriously.
He's currently just got leather armor.
Yeah, straight up, black dragon leather armor for Terry. All right. Zann's gonna get a dragon tooth necklace because he's a wannabe metal guy. I don't know. He thinks it's cool.
I don't know. I don't think you could have a dragon tooth necklace when every tooth is like the size of your head.
Then he'll get the biggest fang and make a necklace with that as the centerpiece.
No, I can just imagine. They're actually dragon's teeth. They're just shrunk.
Oh god.
So what did we get?
Okay, first thing you get is the Claw of the Worm rune. It is a set of gauntlets that actually are specifically designed for dragon slaying.
Are we ever gonna run into dragons ever again? Probably not.
Maybe, but hopefully if they've been all mostly raised by Asshole Patrol, 90% of them are gonna be at least decent.
Oh god.
The other 10% are gonna be like these little bastards. Well, this little bastard, I should say.
Okay, the next thing that you've got is the Feather of Diatrima summoning. It summons a large flightless bird, and it can be used any number of times.
When we say large, how large do we mean?
Like
Wait,
ostrich.
a large flightless bird?
Yes.
It's a peacock, but it's an ostrich.
Do we mean like ostrich or Arnold?
Arnold sized.
Arnold. Let's
We use it and it just summons Arnold.
okay.
Because he was the nearest large flightless bird. It summons the nearest.
It specifies colorful, so it's a peacock.
Wait. I found 5e Tools Bestiary token for it.
Oh boy.
It's a chicken.
Oh god, can we get it in game?
Oh my. It's literally just an angry ostrich, but like
It's like an ostrich chicken.
yeah,
It's got the
awful.
neck of a chicken, but it's the size of an ostrich.
It's a Zinchian ostrich. Got it.
Yeah, it's Zinchian. It's straight up Zinch.
Can we get this in game?
Yes. Hold on. Let me see if I can just load it in real quick.
If you use an action to speak command or throw the feather, blah, 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 blah. Creatures friendly to you and your companions, it can be used as a mount. Oh boy. It understands your languages and obeys your spoken commands. Wow.
Look, between this and the turtle, our camp is looking a bit weird.
Is the turtle still in our camp?
The
Yes.
turtle is still with us.
Yeah, I think we Pokemon the turtle.
Yep.
Is it carrying Lungfunk who's carrying the crystal? Like, I mean...
Honestly, our characters have no idea it's there because it's just under the sand.
Right, we still, like, literally, we don't know it's there yet.
Oh, no. God damn it. Oh, fuck. Guess what the last thing is?
What's the
What?
last thing?
I literally cannot.
A ring of animal influence.
Terry gets that one.
Yeah, Terry gets that one.
Giving it to the Pokemon trainer.
Yep.
Yeah.
It gives me animal friendship, fear, and speak with animals.
Oh boy.
But fear can only target beasts that have an intelligence of 3 or lower.
So, Ert,
Like Ert.
Well, Ert has the highest intelligence of the group, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, he's lying.
I'm sorry, I'm
Ert is
laughing my
Fudge's
head off at
character
the
sheet.
idea of Terry now just equating Ert to animals.
Oh
got him on a
no.
leash.
I'm just thinking, right then and there, could I train Ert?
I mean, if you want to try, Zann won't stop you. Zann will just
Now,
laugh.
wait,
the
would
whole
he
time.
respond to positive or negative training? Do I need to give him treats every time he does a good thing, or do I need to, like, smack him in the head for bad actions?
I
Both.
think a mixture. Yeah.
Like I can just imagine Terry sitting there and summoning slightly better beer.
Oh boy. Oh, it's going to be our session for the night. I am going to demand that you name the chickens as you summon them.
Each one's gonna get a different name because
How
it's a
many
different
can we
chicken each time.
have?
It's one at a time, but it's an infinite amount.
Yes.
Like, what's the time on this? Can we over on the world?
I'm gonna warn you right now that if you're making us do this, the names are likely just gonna get worse and worse.
They're going to get worse and worse. Do you think I expect better of you?
Quick question: How many? So, how's this work with the chickens? Can we
So I'm
overrun
gonna
the
read it.
entire world?
No, I'm gonna read it for you. The
Thank you.
relevant parts. The feather becomes a living diatrema for up to 6 hours, so it lasts for 6 hours. After which it reverts back to its feather form. It reverts back to its form early if it drops to 0 HP, or if you use an action to tell it to go back. When it reverts to feather form, it cannot be used again until 7 days has passed. So we have 6 hours of chicken every 7 days. So it's pretty useless.
And then no, it wouldn't be entirely useless. It'd be used for things like fights, and fights don't last any more than like 5 minutes at a time.
I mean, it's a challenge rating of one quarter. It's got 19 HP.
Well, it says it uses the statistics of an axe beak.
Beak, which is I'm looking at it. It's a challenge rating
Yeah.
of 1/4. It's got 19 HP.
Except that its
AC
beak
11.
deals piercing instead of slashing, so it would get through damage resistance.
Its beak is a 1d8 plus 2 damage.
What can
and a
it do
plus
as a
4 to hit.
mount?
It can run. That's it. It has no special abilities.
So it can't make soldiers fly if they're mounted.
It's a flightless. It's specifically flightless.
It's a good way to help get people out of a situation.
Yeah.
So that means we would only need them for 5 minutes at a time.
Instead of treating these as significant characters, let's shrink them down a size. Be like, good news, soldiers! We have given you runes of summon mount. It's an ostrich.
I mean, we could have
it's
ostrich
just-
cavalry because Art can make copies of these, can't he?
Yes, that's my point. Instead of treating this as a big thing
Oh!
where we have named ones.
It's an escape route. An escape
It's
rooster.
literally. Well, it's also for scouting too because it's fast. We
So
have
there we
mounted
go.
cavalry.
We now have ostrich cavalry.
We have ostrich cavalry. Okay, I'm super excited now. Never mind. We have ostrich cavalry. Zann is down for this. Zann is happy.
Erd is looking at the camp and going, the birds are taking over, man.
Terry's also up for the idea of taking the Ring of Animal Influence and copying it at least once or twice so we can assign 2 people to, like, help with all the horses and
we need to appoint
animals.
people beast wranglers.
Belladon will be one of them since she's a scout. She should be able to handle animals because we're gonna have our scouts be mounted. So Belladon.
Let's have all 3 of those characters from that session be issued these things. They're the beast wranglers.
I don't know if Sethlin wants to be a beast wrangler.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sethlin didn't get a choice.
Give one to Zera as well, the bugbear in the CRT.
Yeah. So we have a lot of magic items to hand out. What was the first one?
I put them all in player playground.
It was a dragon. It was an anti-dragon thing, which I don't know if it'll be useful. But Zann will carry one of them around just because he's gonna call it. He's gonna get all puffed up and call himself a dragon slayer now.
It is also rare, so it could be sold off if we need to at some point.
That's true.
Zann will ask to hold on to the dragon one, and then give everyone else the other stuff to do as they will.
A dragon's claw that has been covered with a coat of molten silver, upon which has been inscribed the worm dragon rune.
Hey,
The
members.
claw has been following properties.
I have
So,
no
yeah.
idea how to add this ring to the inventory properly to use it, so I am going to leave that up to numbers.
I might help you with that in the future. But in the
Yes.
meantime, we have discussed our spoils enough. How about we end things off hereabouts?
I want to know how smart Toad gets from a dragon brain.
We are going to discuss that, boys.
Unfortunately, it wasn't a very smart dragon. Like, Toad is
Alright.
edgy now. Toad is saucy.
Toad is now the terror that flaps in the night.
Toad can fly?
Well, I mean,
No, he just flaps his arms.
no, the dragon corpse sort of wobbles in the air for a few steps.
Fucking
Well,
hell.
no, he doesn't get to keep the body. He got to eat the brain. I want to know how smart he gets and what he learns from it.
I will discuss that with you. God
A level of rogue.
damn it. Okay, that is going to be the end of our session for the night. I hope that you all enjoyed Dragon Batman.
Okay.
Oh boy. Enjoy, and take care of yourselves. Next time on Regiment on the Run. Good night, everyone.
Bye.